Well, hello and greetings, adventurers.
Greetings.
Hello.
On this Friday. Wow, hello, y'all.
Friday night.
I can't even tell you how much I need this night. I'm so happy to see you all and play a little Dungeons and Dragons with my friends.
Yeah, a little escape from reality.
We need
Not anymore. I'm right in this. I'm right in this reality now.
All of a sudden it's like, oh wait, it's gonna be like this. Okay, I'll come back. I'm like back here.
Okay, I
I'm
can play with this reality. All right, all
That's where we
right.
live. I live here all week.
a more manageable reality.
Yeah, I was gonna like fashion this whole
Resilience.
like statement
Plus
thing
10.
and then run it by all the role players to sign off on it, but I had a really busy day, and so I didn't do that. So I'm just gonna say I know we're all feeling a lot of feels from this week. So everybody take care of themselves, do some self-care, take some breaths, do some meditation, some yoga, go for some walks, and hopefully.
Drink water.
Yeah, and hopefully, in the future,
And wine.
is bright, and we can all come together as a people, as a nation, and it will be a better
right.
future for all of us. So,
Well said. Very well.
sending love to all of you, and I think it's time to play some motherfucking D&D, and I am here for it.
Yeah. You see, a lot of people don't realize there's like first edition D&D, D&D, fifth edition. There's the motherfucking
The
edition.
motherfucking D&D.
The motherfucking D&D edition.
Right.
Yes. Which I have.
It's this whole other way to play.
What's
I
that
have
one
a
like?
I have a hashtag shirt. It says
don't know, but
hashtag MFD&D, and it's great. I love that
Yeah.
shirt, but it's green, and I can't ever wear it on the stream now.
Oh yeah, you can.
Because of my green screen. So when
Wait.
we're back in the studio, I'll have it back on.
Don't tell me these things. What green screen? My
mean, it's magic. It's
my whole
magic.
immersion's
Right,
broken.
don't break that fourth wall.
Motherfucking
Wow.
Yeah, that's what Peter and I do like every game day in the morning. We're like, hey, how's it going? Motherfucking D&D!
I couldn't tell if
do that every
Peter's
day now.
audio cut out or if literally his like larynx just like ruptured
And that's
at that moment, and it was
I
one
think
of the two.
It's kind of both.
It's time to change.
He's like, watch your language. Try mother flipping D&D, but
I'm your
Who
mother
said that?
I'm the mother flipper.
If you guys, if anybody,
Mother
Little
flipping D&D doesn't
Flight of the
work. It's straight up
Conchords.
motherfucking D&D. Okay.
all right, well,
I'm worried about your vocal health.
yeah. Nah,
Don't
he's
worry,
done that a
he's
million
still
times.
freaking hydrated. Like, he's,
I'd say you've got about 5 of those lifetime left in you.
Yeah,
I can run off
per
sick
long
for a
rest.
bed. We can do it all now.
oh, there it is.
Wait, is that my dare
That's your,
tonight?
No, well, we'll see. We'll see.
See when you can use it.
I don't know if you,
yeah.
I don't know if you players spoke with each other
Can you use it motherfucking D&D in
to
the sentence?
come up with the most embarrassing dare for Seville, but we'll jump in there in a moment. So, bringing it back in, thank you all for joining us as we play some Dungeons and Dragons, the best role-playing game on the planet. I'm your Dungeon Master,
your
Judd.
audio's all messed up, Judd. I can't hear you.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
What, really?
It's soft. I don't know. I can't hear you.
He's
can't-
going like this to the mic. Welcome to everyone as you play.
You cannot hear me?
Oh my gosh, Gabrielle, you look like Wednesday from Addams Family, like that.
Yes.
Love it. Oh, that's awesome.
I need
mic-
like a
my
voodoo
mic
doll
being
to
weird?
like
Amazing. You do.
something.
I know,
Yeah.
Judge. Do we need to do a sound test? Motherfucker, D&D!
Motherfucking D&D! How's that?
That's 4 remaining.
Then your head explodes. Can
You
y'all...
only have so many left. Cherish them.
I do. I need a long rest and
Zara, do you have your headphones in?
a short rest.
You don't like my audio either?
No,
Is this like a
no, you're great, but do you have your headphones in?
No, I don't have my headphones.
All
in.
right, well maybe you just don't have me cranked up enough because I don't. Is my audio fine for the rest of y'all?
It is a little
can hear
weird.
it, like-
it's a little intermittent.
Oh,
little
my
soft.
Yes.
goodness, my goodness.
Or as I said, it's like you're going like this.
Hold on. Okay, restarted audio
is like-
engine.
You guys have had a long.
That's it. Yeah, you know what? I'm
Do
just
that
gonna.
one more time, Gabriella. This is the chick who's like starting to feel it at the mosh pit. Go ahead and do your motion. She's like kind of starts like that.
Oh, I was at a wedding once. Well, I was catering a wedding where they played. So it was like a really fun wedding. It was like a Jewish wedding. They like did like held everyone
yeah,
up in
they
the
get
chairs,
down,
did
yeah.
everything, and then on the fifth 5 hours and 30 minutes in when 70% of people leave and only like the really like hardcore ones remain. They start playing Chop Suey by System of a Down.
Oh.
I mean, we're talking a mosh pit.
And that
was
smacked
the
everybody, huh?
the realest mosh pit I saw. They broke glasses and jumped on them.
Oh my
Speak about
God.
Papa Doc.
Good Lord.
Jewish wedding until System of a Down comes out.
No.
That's what I like to say.
Wow.
Let me just throw that up on in the background.
All right, so stream is saying the audio is fine in their end, so we're just going to go ahead and proceed.
Oh, but now it's like
You went-
really
you went
loud
hot.
and painful in my ear.
Jesus, you guys are so demanding.
I know.
How's that? Better?
No.
Unfortunately, no.
Let
Jesus,
me give
guys.
you another sound chest. Motherfucker,
All right.
I'm the motherfucker.
Wow.
Right?
This is stream of consciousness right here. Welcome everybody to our brains. Okay. Is it better? Can you handle this?
No, it's getting worse.
Yeah, to be honest, it's really, I don't know.
Loud, soft. You guys, we get it.
What happened?
It sounds like
Okay.
a setting is off.
It was
Okay.
like
How about this?
fine and then not.
How about this?
It just
All right.
somehow stopped being fine.
All right, so you can't hear Judd, so
Yeah.
we're splitting the DM duties between us four. Who wants vorpal weapons and +5
Okay.
armor?
Yeah,
I'm
let
just
me
shutting
go
down the
going.
stream. I'm
Let's
shutting
do it.
down
Let me pull
the
up
stream.
some magic item tables real
Let's
quick.
do it.
I'll be in charge of animals that
Perfect.
have a front and then a back attack, like a part two that you don't see
I'll
coming.
be in charge of the
Yeah.
crits, the critical rolls.
Yeah, a little toot attack. You know, it's like
Wednesday.
bite, toot.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
There you go. Okay.
I'll be in charge of making sure everybody is fully updated till level 12.
All right. Well, you guys.
Perfect.
I like that. Yeah.
Perfect.
You guys are.
I'm
That'd
getting
be
a
cool.
flying carpet. I want a flying
You're
carpet.
all in trouble. Can anybody hear me?
Maddie will be in charge of
Cool.
plot twists.
Plot
Yeah, I
twist.
like that.
She'll be our bakery on wheels. We're gonna get a bakery on wheels, and we're gonna start a business. Here.
Sounds really good.
We have a catering business, Tabby's Buns.
Secretary of Bake Sales.
Everybody, we'll be right back. Okay.
Find your way back.
I hope this sounds okay to everybody.
Baby, come back.
Let us know. Let us know. And
Does it sound good? Motherfucker, do.
oh, there we go.
Good.
That's it. Yeah, you have like two or one left according to Chad. So
one left in the chamber.
one
yeah.
more. Yeah. Then till
You
long
know,
rest.
you're being reckless.
Okay.
I
I
gotta
think.
save those.
Yeah, and we have and
you
the
doing
lovely
to
Maddie
yourself?
is back with us. Thank you for making it. All right, y'all.
Just back.
So let's jump right in. Azar, will you go through our sponsors really quickly, and then we can jump into the story?
Indeedly, I will.
Well, thank
I
you.
would like to remind everybody that we have a wonderful sponsor in the form of Skull Splitter Dice.
Skull Splitter Dice.
Splitter. And they have all kinds of cool dicios, make great stocking stuffers and little gifts and little, if you have anybody who's special to you and you want to just give them a little something, they're probably lightweight and easy to ship, inexpensive to ship as well, which I think would be a great plus for your budget. And speaking of budgets, we have a special discount code, which is RPSS15. Am I right?
No, TRP, the role players, SS for Skull Splitter.
RPS.
TRPSS15.
A,
You
B,
can look on the bottom of your screen to get it right, since I didn't. And the point is, that will be even better for your budget because it will save you 15% off. And we want to also thank our other amazing sponsors, Thrill Studios.
Real studio.
Of your holiday shopping, because they have hard to find minis, pro painted minis that you probably can't find anywhere else, minis that have been discontinued, minis galore. It's a minis smorgasbord. And you also can get 15% off there. And I believe our code for the Thrill Studios discount is TRP15. Did I get that one right? Maybe.
I think
Yeah,
you did.
TRP 15. Yeah, you did.
And I would
Nailed
like
it.
to formally file a motion now that Azar does the announcements forever for all of time.
Wow.
I think
Yes.
I think
I mean,
I'm partial to your. Oh, I can't hear you, Maddie.
Yeah, Maddie's like.
Are you muted? Are you muted?
Are you muted?
Are you muted?
Oh boy.
Oh, it's one.
He's probably made like a half dozen at least really funny comments that we just
right.
haven't even heard.
Probably.
Comedian. She's a comedian.
Her like per minute, her batting average on the funny is like super high.
Yeah,
true.
she's
Yeah, she
she's
knows the
among
funny.
the league leaders.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
like the
She is.
the funnies. So like for every word
300
that comes
hitter.
out of her mouth,
Yeah.
like the odds of at
Yeah,
least
her funny to total word ratio is
word
pretty
count. Exactly.
pretty strong.
I think we need to coin a
No, Maddie, we cannot hear you. You might want to go into your Zoom settings and just make sure you're
She's done that.
okay.
What's up with Zoom tonight? It's hurting us.
Why
been a-
doesn't
been a long
anyone
week.
want us to play? What's
I
going
know.
on?
No,
I know.
but you guys can hear me.
Oh man.
Okay, very funny, Peter.
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
We know.
Just joking on you.
You fooled
joked on
literally
you.
0
I'm
people.
gonna tell you something
Stop.
that you really. God has a big
Sorry. Go
thing
ahead.
that he doesn't.
Okay,
That'd be
okay.
so
Yours was
funny.
honestly
All right.
kind of almost got me.
It actually got me for a second, and
Yeah.
I'm closer to shutting down the stream for the
But then
night.
she was
Which
like,
is
"That
saying
has a
something
big-"
because I was totally on guard and ready, but you still almost got me.
Right. No, I just
Maddie,
see
no,
the
we cannot
smile
hear
in
you.
Gabby's face, and I'm like, no.
Help. Okay.
All right.
You need like
You know, we
like,
might.
Take out your headset and put it back in. Like, take out the jack
Yeah.
and put it back in.
We can hear you through like Chad. Yeah.
Yeah. So trippy.
I don't know what's going
Take
on.
out the headphones.
Just yell everything. Okay, I'm gonna go see if I can help. We might.
All right.
Yeah, there might be just a volume, like touch your volume on your computer to make sure.
We're actually
not
starting
not
at-
the Zoom, but the volume on your computer. Maybe that had muted.
I don't think that would matter with the mic.
No.
I think in the meantime, to try and help our wonderful viewers pass the time, I think we should open up to questions in the chat.
Oh, that's a great idea. All right. Yes. Q&A, which we've been meaning to have for quite a while.
If anybody's dying to
You
ask
did?
anything at all, ask
Yeah.
anything at
Okay.
all.
Anything.
I'm pulling up
We will
the
answer
chat.
questions.
Throw out your
may or may
message.
not
Yeah,
answer.
throw out your questions.
All right, hold on. I got to pull it up.
And number one question is allowed to be, why is your audio so fucked up? Fair question.
All right. Yeah, you can ask anything.
Ask anything.
Yeah, we've got
The spell
the
of
spell of
silence
silence in full
is in
effect.
full effect
It
on
sure
that one.
is.
It
Okay.
is, buddy.
Oh.
My
oh.
cat's name. I have 2 cats. The one that you saw that wanted to claw my face off is Kit. The other one that you may see later on who has extra thumbs is Ash.
Extra thumbs.
Extra thumbs.
Can you guys hear me?
Blessed.
Oh, yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
What
I don't know what
happened?
I don't know. He did something.
I am amazing. That's all I know.
And you're like half appearing and half disappearing.
I'm
you are
so
like
good.
you're like a,
Like a god.
a mystical being.
Oh,
Love
okay.
you. Thank you.
Q&A over.
Wait,
Well, there's
you're
one more
flying
question
down
right
the
here.
river.
That was amazing.
Barbed
Wait,
wire.
I want to hear the answer to the question.
All right,
Like,
hold on a
you
second.
guys the whole time.
You're flying down a river in a barbed wire canoe, and you come to a part of the river that is broken in half. How many pancakes does it take to shingle an igloo? You know what? That's my
42.
kind of humor. It makes
42.
no sense, and I
I wanna
love it.
know what
The
you're
answer
at.
to everything is 42.
Yeah, that's right. It's the meaning of life.
238.
It's 42.
It's
You
42.
guys will never
What
believe.
combination are you on right now? Because whatever it is sounds good.
Okay, that's funny
42.
stuff. I love
42
when it all
confirmed.
makes sense.
42 and a
Everything's
bucket of
confirmed,
butter.
Yes.
I love it. Thanks,
Yeah.
Colin.
Wait, who was that?
Oh,
Who was that? Gaming and BS. I love it, man. Good stuff.
Makes sense. All right, y'all. We need to do
And
another.
banana
By the
skull.
way, we need to do a Q&A. It's been a really long time since we
Wait,
haven't
are
even
you-
done one with Gabriella. So
Is Maddie muted again?
There's such a
Can you guys hear me?
no, you're good. You're
Yes.
I was
you're
having
good.
like
We're traumatized. Like,
a little.
good. Dude, trust me. I have like PTSD from audio issues in tech. So anyway, without further ado, let's jump into our intro so we can jump back and play some motherfucking D&D. We'll be right back with you. Thank you all.
Me and my friends found a new birth. It started on a ship, brought together by a storm. We traveled through the rift to a new world beyond. We were thrown into shackles, we were hunted down by thieves, but we'll never let it stop us from saving Dagmara, for we are thee.
We're back.
And we're back. And we're back. Okay. Wow. Yes. Well, you can sing it for us, but we should probably jump in. So,
Finally.
ooh, it's just one of those nights, y'all. It's been a crazy week,
It's
right?
just like there's this whole energy of like things take longer than they feel like they should, and you want them to kind of night. Like, I don't know.
Right. And you keep
I've been
refreshing.
at work all day, so if anything happened in the news sphere, just shoot me a text or something.
Yeah,
someone.
we'll let you know at the break.
Just let me know at the break.
Yeah. I mean, a couple things have happened.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's jump right back in and remember what happened last time in Anachrony. Having recovered the dangerous skull of Tanothil before the kingdom handed it over to the necromancers, and working with Rigel Neverbottom, the second in command of Asley, and just all-around badass dwarf.
Love him.
This artifact, which seemed capable of opening portals between perhaps not only planes, but maybe dimensions or something, you don't have full information on it. And shortly after finding it, Otto and his patron, Belial, attempted to make off with it. And Otto was ordered to find a secret place to hide and work on it. But instead, he pulled a fast one. He hid it, and exhibiting some hitherto unseen courage of character, he asked the rest of you for help. And you all decided that you were going to recover the skull, hide it in the Temple of Lysier, and try to do your best to keep it away from the necromancers. Meanwhile, you met with Larar, and she told you that she's basically been playing both sides to uncover. She knows that the necromancers are up to no good. She knows they're trying to bring back this deity, but she also knows that there's some darker power, some archmage out there, the person actually responsible for moving Anachrony from its original location to where it is right now. That person is still in play, and she's trying to get to that person. So she's duplicated kind of a lesser version of the skull to give to the necromancers to buy you some time. And
I somehow missed that piece, so glad we're reviewing it now.
Yeah. Well, it was a couple weeks ago, and it was a bit of we also had crazy energy that night. There was a lot of information. So,
Different planet ago.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. As she leaves, you all decide that, yes, you needed a bit of a break. And Dagmara took you down into the Undercity to show you a good time. And you found all manners of things that happened down there. But you found a really fun tavern, and you got a whole keg of ale, and you started to play Truth or Dare. And your friend Rigel showed up not long after you started. And through some great dares and a lot of fun that we had, including Dagmara hitting on the bartender, who was definitely not interested, and Tabitha up on stage. It was a great time. We left it with you all realizing that one person hadn't had his turn yet, Seville. And that's where we find you, as you're all still in the tavern, having a blast, and looking at Seville, wondering what you're gonna dare him. So that's where we find you tonight. Let's see if I can get the music. See if it'll
There's only one of us.
The tune.
One of us has gotten away so far without having to do anything humiliating.
Can you lower that just a little bit more, Judd?
Oh, yeah.
I know I say that every time.
Yeah, why do you say that? It's perfect. It's like a club, Chad. Come on,
Seville Ranta!
Otto, you perform in clubs, man.
Seville Ranta!
Yeah.
Oh, Irish Set's talking. Why don't we see what she has to say?
Oh, that's
Truth or Dare! Seville Ranta!
Truth or Dare? Well, I don't know. How many? We've all done dares, right? So maybe, shite. You know, I'll do a dare. I'll do a dare.
Good on you.
Good choice, yes.
Gotta come up with a-
Tabby, what should I do?
I feel like he mostly always tells the truth anyway.
True, perhaps. But he
Okay,
doesn't
Boring.
get a chance to pick his brain.
we already had a kiss, right?
With
A
Tabby?
kiss and then some, as I recall.
Okay. Oh yeah, there was slobbering.
I was gonna say, I don't know if we want to.
Some kind
If
of
we want to replay that
animal kisses.
that kiss.
Okay.
I mean, it was just purely for the dare. I mean, it obviously,
Of course.
Right. Only the dare.
Of course.
yeah, it's like
Of course.
medicinal.
Oh, I know. Why don't you dare him? I'm assuming this is like an aside just between us girls. Like, why don't you dare him to take you out on a date next time we're not like fighting necromancers or something?
Oh my god, no!
No, that would be so fun for you two.
And like me and
That's all I
Seville are doing that thing where we're drinking and like for some reason we just are not paying attention.
And I take a shot
Dagmara, do you have any ideas?
and I slug it, and I say, Samantha, I dare you. Take me out on a date when all this is over.
Take you out.
What is all this? Do you mean the necromancers are defeated? Because Seville, that would buy you a lot of time. Most likely.
I'll have a lot of time to think there.
Did I
All
just
right,
figure
how
it out?
about when we get to Carthen, which is, well, not my home city, but right around there, and I know it like the back of my hand. Why don't I take you out in Carthen, and we'll go on a date.
Yes, yeah, and that sounds very nice. That definitely sounds like something that you will do in the future. But we want to see something tonight, don't we?
That's fair.
Yes, I believe according to the scriptures of daredom.
That's
that
true. It must be done
The
now.
dare must
It's just
be.
daredom.
Yes,
And
yes. the
since we all did unspeakable things or unimaginable things with things we didn't necessarily want to do. Seville.
Aye.
And I whisper something in his ear. And here, I'm going to message you. I'm going to message
Oh, I love it.
Oh, exciting.
This is like, part of me wonders, like, is it like kill Otto? I know it's just me being paranoid, but you never know.
Look, that's
Really,
a
could go
valid-
either way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. And I whisper back to her.
That'd be great if this back and forth, we just left everyone in suspense for like 20 minutes of the stream. And you're just like, what? Well, I never.
All right, so you see Seville's blushing. Come on, Dags, you gotta come up with something else than that.
I mean, Seville.
Oh,
Our other friends were not very gentle towards me, so I'm just
that's-
paying it forward.
But that's in
You
the,
can
know,
do it. Come on. The crowd will love it. Let me tell you that. It will be good joy for the crowd. It does. And it's not like it's not something that you don't want to do anyway.
No, are you mad? You want me to?
Maybe.
Yeah, I
It's
think
good-
you're
it's good
no,
mead.
you're drunk and you're not even thinking about what you're saying.
Everybody, this gentleman right here has an announcement to make.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, he's a gentleman? Oh.
When we are drinking again, oh man, I'm coming up with a good one for you, Dagmara.
And the music,
I'm looking
as
forward to it.
you yell that out, the music dies down a little bit.
Record scratch.
Yeah, heads kind of turn. People are still kind of partying, drinking, but they're looking over, waiting. Little smirks. What do you got?
He's so
All
right.
All right.
Go on.
Okay, so I gotta go quickly in Eriseth's
What are you doing?
mind. I go quickly in Eriseth's mind. I'm just like, just go with it. Just go with it. Just go with it.
Oh no.
Just go with it.
Cop out.
So ladies and gentlemen, I don't mind to stop your even, but I promise it's for a very good reason. And I shoot Dagmara a look. I I would like to include you in this very important announcement, and I clench my fist towards Dagmara, and I get down on my knee. And I'm quickly going through all of my different ditties that I have in my head for my training days and all the things. So I get down on my knees and I start, I right before Erisette, and I grab her hand and I'm...
What the fuck?
I once saw the moon on a deck of a ship as the world was passing me by. She gave me a wink, and it put me in me drink, and it had me feeling shy, and I looked to Dagmara. Well, her hair was long, and her skin was fair, and her eyes were as deep as the sea.
Uh-huh.
And she laid me down in her moss, and I named her Wild Sauce. Would you marry me?
Oh! I think you missed a career as a spoken word
iambic pentameter based poet.
I'm red and I'm sweating, and I go into Erisette's mind, and I'm just like, we could kill Dagmara together anytime on the road. Oh yes.
Otto looks to some guy next to him who's like a stranger, but under his breath he's like, that was actually quite good.
Yeah, what's the answer?
Oh shit.
Yeah, what's the answer?
What's the answer?
And then, what's the answer? What's the answer? What's the answer? Everybody now, chanting, everybody looking at you, the entire place, Erisette.
Okay.
Yes! A little complacent, but yes!
Come on, Mead.
I'll take a complacent, yes. And I go up and just grab Erisette, move her back to the table, and I'm just like,
okay.
Oh my god.
What? A night. What a way to kick things off.
And I just slap Seville on the shoulder and I say, and I said, I'm proud of you two. You're welcome.
That was a good dare. That was a good dare. That was well done, lass.
And a couple, a moment later, you see the bartender comes over, and he's putting down other tankards and other drinks. Oh, these are from him over there and them over there, and you see people are like, yeah, and just
and I wink at Seville, and I'm like, see?
Okay. Well done.
They will not remember it tomorrow.
Everybody's going to drink for free. Well, an elf's constitution, a full elf constitution, Miss Dagmara.
Well, I only know half of it.
Well, you'll get half of your memory then. And I just kind of nudge Erisette, and I'm like, I meant the poem. I just whisper to her.
And right after that moment, I interrupt and I sling I appear in between them, putting an arm around both of them, kind of vibe. And I'm just like, yes, what a terrible fantasy, a pure joke founded on nothing, an exaggeration, a farce, a parody, something just so silly. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so funny. And I pat them both on the shoulder, and then just I disappear into the background singing some song off key.
Out of there.
You leave the tower?
The rap.
I am. Bam.
Wow.
Gone.
And as you tear out of there, you hear, ooh. Everybody's watching you go.
The same guy who's the what's the answer chant.
Yeah, exactly.
Might want to go party with him. He gets it.
I'll just I'll stand up and I'll just be like, folks, you don't know me, Wild Sauce. And I'll just go to Dagmara. I was like, I told you she might take it the wrong way.
Seville, I don't.
All right, it's a good dare. I understand. It's a good dare. I'll give you.
And it's also what you've always wanted, my friend.
No,
You're not the only one who can read minds.
Oh, come on. Marriage? Come on. We've known each other for 6 days, lass.
What?
I'm fond of her. Okay, I'm fond of her, and I'll pick up my beer.
Well, if I can be honest with you, and at this point, Dagmara is a little gone. It's just it's been a long few days, and quite a few things have happened. And I say, if you could humor me a little bit, a part of what I did now was just forgive me for this. There was a little memory of what I had with Tevin, and I kind of wanted to see something like that again. It's something that makes people happy, and I selfishly wanted to see it for myself.
Well, now I'm
Thank you for
incredibly
giving me that.
depressed, and I grabbed Dagmara's hand, and I said,
I'm
yes.
smiling, Seville.
All right. Well, just make sure Erisette is okay, would you please? I'll
think she's...
make sure. I'll go. Tabby, we're still playing dice tonight. We're gambling, lass.
Ooh,
We're gambling.
Okay,
Won't forget it.
I
And
won't forget.
Okay, I'll run off to find Erisette.
Actually, kind of excited.
And right before you do that, I just
You're gonna kill it. This game's amazing, Tabitha. You'll love it. You'll love it. And I'll go run off to find her.
Okay. And Erisette, we'll jump to you for a moment, because as you exit and you hear the kind of sound of the tavern fades behind you as you go out, and you storm out of that place, you catch just the briefest glimpse of a very familiar dwarf who was just standing next to you, going around a corner and kind of vanishing between some buildings. And you realize that Rigel, you don't know why, but Rigel is kind of just taken off. You just happened to catch him. But as you are now in this undercity, so you're looking up about 80, 100 feet up, you see the stone roof that is the surface level above. And again, there are these massive columns. This is a massive space. I mean, it just goes off and drifts into like smoke and darkness. And there are a whole bunch of other places, other taverns and other kind of like seedy looking things down here. A bunch of people milling about, a lot of drunk people. As you come out in a huff from the tavern. We'll let you guys take it from there.
I'm just booking it. I'm booking it like straight out into this street, like pissed.
All right, I'll chase after her.
Okay.
And if I get her in sight within 90 feet, I'm like, Wild Such, you gotta stop. I'll send it into her mind. I will mind hammer you. I will do it.
Do I hear him?
Yeah, you hear him.
I duck into like an alley inside of a doorway, and I'm like very stealthily hidden right now.
All right. Do I know where she's?
I mean, you saw her duck. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
all right. I'll go into the doorway. I'm like, hey.
I'm like interested in this.
You can't screw around here.
Before he says anything, as he gets closer, I'm like, bam, and I hit him.
Wow.
Erisette, roll an attack for me.
Hey, at least it wasn't me this time.
Yeah.
I want to see if this lands.
All right.
I feel like it's gonna.
I'm totally using uncanny dodge to avoid.
Is that going to be initiative plus my roll?
Yeah.
No, not initiative.
No,
just
not-
your,
Advantage from
You have an unarmed.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll have an unarmed attack.
Yeah.
You can just do that. I don't have you pulled
advantage
up.
from like emotionally trigger.
Advantage pissed.
Emotional trigger. Yeah.
20 plus my modifier, that's it, just for unarmed strike.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unarmed strike. Exactly.
11.
Don't fuck with me, advantage.
This is like pure like fury. And you're like, I gotta just like do one of those wild swings where you're not really calculating here to make sure you strike, but the passion, you feel the passion come out in this.
Yeah.
blast.
I'll just kind of grab her wrist for a second and let it go. And it's like, look, it wasn't my idea. It was a dare. I told Dagmara you might take it the wrong way. But you can't get angry at me, Wild Sauce.
I can't get angry at you. What? What am I supposed to think about that? What am I supposed to think?
It's not my dare.
No, I'm a joke. So it's just funny to you.
No, I meant look at the poem that came out of me. You inspired that.
I can get a joke. That's no problem. I get it. It's truth or dare. But then to say I meant the poem, what are you trying to do with me? I don't even get it. I don't get it, and I don't like it, and I kick him again.
Dang.
I meant
I'm just saying
every-
that one lands.
Look, that poem came out of me. You inspired the poem to come out of me. I meant it. I was really serious. It came. I didn't know it was going to come out of me. I meant it. I meant every word of it. It's awkward how it came out in the dare, but I mean, that was a pretty good poem. I meant it. I'm not fooling you. Come on, Sauce. That's
Very good poem.
come on.
As long
Come
as
back
you're
in.
laughing at me.
No one was. I'm not laughing. Why would I laugh at you?
I mean, look, everyone has been telling me I'm supposed to be married, okay? That's all I hear all the time when I am back in my kingdom. Find somebody. You should be married. You should be married. And you know, you're the first person that for some reason that doesn't sound absolutely awful with.
All right, I'll take that. Hey, listen,
And I just go back into the pub. I'm just
Technically, that was a compliment.
I'll take that. Yeah, I'll let her go, but make sure she's going back in. We're in the underground. I don't know where we are, but I'll give a little smile and I'll follow her back in.
Okay.
I come back in, and this time I'm like, sorry guys. It was just getting really hot. That was so funny. Dax, that was so funny.
And I just come, I feel so bad at that point, and I go to her. I'm like, I'm so sorry, Iris. I did not mean to put you in such a position. I was thinking selfishly.
It was hilarious. It was so funny. So
She's
good.
like, you'll get it back, bitch. Don't worry.
I'm like,
Exactly.
okay.
No, really, I just got hot. It's just all these people were looking at me, and I just all of a sudden I almost felt sick. So I just had to get some fresh air. But no, that was
Well, we have a table full of free drinks, so help yourself.
no. And then this guy is like the perfect poet and doesn't know
Let's do some gambling, okay?
Let's,
Yeah.
listen. So this gambling, this dice game, it's a simple game. Do you want to all play it? Want to win some money? Get some coin,
Oh,
have some fun, have some drinks, lighten this
Yes.
thing up. That was good. We'll do Truth or Dare round 2 next time when we get to a city and can relax here. So, look,
I mean, Dad can go. She's really good at it. Like that was really, like you helped us have that really fun game. And
That really fun game that clearly none of us are having any lingering feelings about or anything, right?
all right. You know,
Okay, what do I
All right,
play
so
with the
what
dice?
is-
What kind of dice?
Sabava. Okay, the game is called Sabava.
I'm just like looking at her set and I'm like,
And I just go right into Tabitha's mind. I'm like, help me play up the gambling thing. Get me out of this. Get me let's play. And then, so the game's Sabava, okay?
Ooh, Savava. I've heard of it. It's so challenging. Why don't you explain the rules?
Tabby, I'll explain the rules to you. So, very simple game. It's 5 rounds. You have 5 dice, 5 6-sided dice.
Okay.
And the first round is all about ones. So you roll the 5 6-sided dice, and you collect how many ones you rolled.
start with 1. I'm liking this game already.
All right.
Simple, even for a man who's had. Ooh, I don't want to think about that.
I
Go
think
on.
you're pushing 3-4 bottles right now.
It's a lot. You're honestly not looking great.
He's thrown up several times though, so it's a boot and rally sort of
Back at
situation. Yeah.
Why didn't anyone of you tell me my mustache was off? Excuse me.
Okay, so the first round you start with ones. Let me guess.
In fact, you place your bet, you start with the ones, right?
Okay.
After it's over, let's say you roll 5 dice and you get 2 ones. You get 2 points. And then you make your next bet. Do you want to up your ante? And then you roll for 2s.
Okay.
And how many 2s do you get? Every 2 you get is still only worth a point. And you tally that up. And then you go to 3s and 4s and 5s. But each round, you can increase your bet however much you want. And at the end of the 5 rounds, you tally up all your points. The winner takes the pot. If there's a tie, you simply have a roll-off, a 1 dice roll-off.
So 6s are for fuck all, it sounds like, in this game.
Doesn't mean a damn thing in
A
this
game where 6s don't matter? Oh, I'm very intrigued, sir.
So it's just a dice game, it's your luck, but the bets can get mighty fine.
All right, who's playing?
How many people play at once?
You can have a table of 5-6 players.
Let's all of us try it out.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go into my bag.
Jet,
Yeah.
can I see the
old school or like a D&D Beyond dice? Like how am I gonna do this?
It's
Yeah, you
just
could do
a-
it. You could just go to your
so you
D&D
could do-
Beyond page if you
Yeah.
have that up, and
Yeah, I'm
click
just going to
on-
do that.
And
click
just
on
go
the-
click, 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 6
Yeah.
dice.
Yeah.
5 dice, yeah.
Yeah.
In the lower
Can I
left.
by any chance notice, like, spot the guy that I gave a bunch of diamonds to outside
You,
when I
like,
bought that really cheap meal?
I will never understand why you did that.
the like $1,000
I was feeling really generous that day, okay?
gold
Like,
pieces.
this guy has told the story of that like 100 times by now.
I'm the type of person that would, like, give the money and then I'm like, can I have it back?
Nah.
All right. So
Yeah. Why don't you,
we'll do a practice round
Dagmara,
here.
do
Here
a
we go.
perception check for me.
How many dice do you
Perception
start with?
5.
Five.
So just
All right,
click on the
hold on.
D6
Hold
5
on.
times, and then you hit
What a
roll,
perception.
and it will roll all of them at once.
All right.
So
all right,
everybody
all
put a
right.
roll
I'm going
down
to
on the
put 10 gold down on the table.
I got a 12.
Okay, we'll go around. I will match
12.
it. Let's go. Ante in is
You-
10.
You just have that memory, Dagmara, and you kind of like get up
Yeah.
and you look around. You don't see him.
Otto is
You remember how quickly he started packing up his stuff as soon as he got the bag of diamonds. Like, he might be out of the roadside food service at this point.
Buying a mansion.
Yeah.
Put 10 gold down and
You
then
are-
am immediately disappointed.
Okay, so 10
A
goes.
single one.
10 goes. So roll, make your rolls and tell
All right,
us.
so-
how many dice do we roll?
5
Five.
6s.
6
5,
and seeing how many
sixes.
ones we get.
All right.
Is everybody putting in 10? Because then
Everybody-
the pot be growing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody, Ante in is 10.
Ooh.
Ante in is 10.
I got 3 ones, Seville.
I got
Oh.
2 ones.
Very good.
get-
I got no
Back now?
ones. Not a single one.
All right, that's round 1.
And I, like, nudged.
Wait, Arisa, are you playing?
Stop.
Can we roll it 6 times? Like
5
or
times.
5 times.
And
then
see
what-
how many ones you get out of those
Yeah.
5 throws.
Okay.
Are you
So,
rolling
like, I
physical
got
dice, or are
2.
you doing the D&D roller?
I'm doing it. I got 1, but I'm
How-
trying to figure out how I roll to do 4 more, but I can't figure it out
So
yet.
you've only rolled once and you got 1.
I rolled twice and I got a 1, and now
Okay, keep going.
Go
Yeah, just-
5
just do
times.
it.
2, 3 more.
You can
Yeah.
just click, if you're doing the virtual roller, you can just click on the D6 and you'll see it adds like a little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you hit roll.
And then hit the roll at the
Oh,
bottom.
got it.
And then,
roll 5 times all together.
yep, it'll roll it all
All
together.
right. So then my last, I got 1 out of all those.
All right, so far I got a 1, Ariset's got a 1, we've got Otto with 2 ones, we've got Tabby with no, and then we've got 3 ones on Dagmara. So now we start pushing to the second round, and everybody makes their individual bets.
Now
depending
remind me,
on,
is
Yes.
there a reward for her winning the amount of ones?
No,
Nope, it's
we
just
go
adding your
5
points
rounds.
up. So right now,
Unless you would
there's
like to bet 10
You're
times.
betting on
there could be-
yourself here.
Okay, so far I've got 2.
So you're betting how much you can keep up. So I'm going to
Yep.
throw 20 gold in this time.
Can I raise?
Yes, you can.
By 10 diamonds, you can.
I raise it to 20. Or wait, you did 20?
yeah, you did 20.
I do 30 gold.
So now the only way for me to keep participating is if I include 30 gold.
Yes.
Yeah,
You've got some catching
Well,
up to do.
Tabitha is
Tabitha, you're in.
Learn.
All right.
I'm out.
Tabitha
I
forward.
don't like to mess with my.
So,
Okay,
this is
I
the
understand.
worst kind of game for Otto. So far I put in 40.
All right.
Are you?
Alright.
Is anybody keeping track of the pot?
Yeah, you're at 50 right now, and now round 2 we have 20 from Seville, 20 from Otto, so we're at 40. Who else is? Tabitha's folded. Eriset, Dagmara,
I'll put in 20.
20.
Okay, I'm good for 20.
Well, wait.
Alright.
Leaning back
It's 30
and
though.
I'm packing my
Oh, no,
food.
it's
sorry,
30. Now I
30.
have to put in 30.
I'm putting in 20 for Tabitha. And I
Oh,
put
okay.
in 20 for her, so she gets to play.
So 30
And
for
I'm
her?
just sitting back, packing
20
my
for her
pipe,
and
and
20 for
like
me.
ready to
All
rock.
together.
Just observe.
Wait, so I have to put 30 in, right, to keep on going?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
30. It's 30 to do this round.
It's 30 to play, ladies. Try to keep up with the rules.
Okay, 30 for
God,
you.
all right.
Good
70
Okay.
it is.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, which is
I
40
already have
total
like
from
a
the
very
goals.
distraught
Is
gambler.
this
All
what
right.
it's like to go to Vegas? Because if so, I'm not in.
Are we ready for the rolls?
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody cast your rolls.
Are we ready?
Okay, so now we're looking for twos. 5d6, and we're
Twos.
looking, for twos.
Sons of bitches. If that was a 4, I would have crushed it. Nothing. Son of a bitch.
Yes!
Ding.
I got 3.
I'm glad I'm not
two.
gambling. I'm rolling here just for fun. I haven't gotten any points yet.
2.
3!
I'm getting crushed.
All right,
Thank
Tabby.
you, Reset. I got 2 this
Hey,
time.
is everybody keeping track of their points?
Yes.
So last time I got
Yes.
2, this time I got 3, so I got 5.
I'm just going with 1.
All right, you guys. Yeah, I was trying to, but I missed it. I know that the pot's at 2. I think we're at 200 now.
Oh, see, Tabitha, how fast this would go. You can come back in the round. I'm gonna stay.
And actually, make sure you
staying in.
guys remove those gold pieces from.
I am.
Okay.
I'm doing a total. I'm doing a total.
I've got a total 2.
Okay.
I'll subtract it if I
Just
lose
subtract it, and then I'll give it back, and reward it to whoever wins.
it. Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Alright.
round 3.
The leader of the points gets to make the next bet. So whoever's in the high position here,
That's me.
Otto, right?
Yeah, Otto's got 5.
All right.
I've got
that's-
5 points, and by my count,
Yes.
I don't know if any of you. How many did you have last round, Dagmara?
2.
Ah, then you too have 5.
You got 2 more.
Well, yeah, I had 3
Well
ones and
then,
2 twos.
I am going to put in 40 gold.
Jesus.
40 gold. You're raising it so much.
And then I go into my pocket and I say, and I'm going to put in, and I look into Otto's eyes, 1 diamond.
Ooh.
Take that.
Wait, what's the worth of
Winning
that
back.
one?
Yeah, that diamond is probably. Did I tell you the worth of that one when you got it? If you.
It was like 150 gold.
What are you doing? You're
I'm
doing
doing
it again.
I'm risking it for the biscuit.
No. Let me.
This
Dagmar,
kid-
you have to
Money.
suck.
She
you
needs to have her
suck
money
people
taken
in.
away and been taught
You
some,
have to suck
some
people
lessons
in.
here.
You can't. If you do that, everybody's going to quit. So you got. If you really want some big money, don't blow out the pot yet.
All right, is
You gotta-
anyone else ponying up?
Well,
Not that, I'm not putting 150 in.
I'm raising the bet.
All right, I'm out.
Well, was it? Hold on. Okay, wait.
40.
No.
Did it cost that much money, Judd? Like, did every diamond cost 150?
No, I mean the diamonds all have their own individual worths. I'll tell you when you get them. So
Okay.
it's up to you to track them, but I'll tell you when you get them what their value is.
So yours is worth 150 gold?
So you're gonna
Well,
up
I
the
didn't
ante.
help when it was 150, but you know, the last time I remember was 150, the ones that we got last time, but I had other ones before, so I'm hoping to bet a lower one.
Well, you have to. So just so you all know
so
that
golden.
when you get gems, and I say you get a bag of gems, there are 6 of them. They're 50 gold each.
Yep.
You write that down.
Right.
So-
I did.
Okay. All right. So so you know the value going forward.
All right, so you're putting in 150 gold piece. You're doing a diamond.
Well,
No,
that
she's putting in a
escalated
lower one.
quickly.
No, if it's again, I have to be
Too
honest,
rich
Judd. I
for
don't
me
remember
blood.
about the previous bag of gems. There might be 50 gold gems in there, but if that's gonna escalate to 150, I'll retract that one and I'll just put in another 40.
Right.
Okay.
All right, if it's 40, I'm in again.
And I just take it back and I'm like, I will get it back. Just blame it on drunk
I've
Dagmara.
never known a lady to be so quick to part with her diamonds all in one night.
It's all calculated risk. Stop. And I just put in the 50, the 50 or 40 gold.
I think you're letting everyone get in your head, and I don't mean in the Mendeleev kind of way.
Oh, nice one.
Or maybe I'm the one trying to get to it.
All right, third round, people. Third round.
I'm
gonna
not
s-
playing. This is too much risking of a goal.
Don't worry about it.
It's just gold.
Wait until we get into the real tables.
But
then we can
Tabby,
really
if you
start doing
won, Tabby,
If I
if you
won, I
won,
would be happy, but if I lost, I'd be sad.
No, but it's my money. You're not losing any of your own money. Just enjoy
Well,
the
but you contributed last time, so for this time, I'm out unless someone else really wants me to play.
You know, you really, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. I believe that's an old saying from Lord.
Old saying.
Yes.
Well, all right. What's the bet this time?
40.
50, 40, yeah.
My
40,
friend
okay.
is playing whether she likes it or not. You roll or I'll roll for
So
you.
how much is in the pot at this
Honestly,
point?
it's such a good deal to just have
Hold
someone
on.
play for
What's
you.
the score here? Otto, you've got what, 5?
Yeah.
And Dagmar 4?
5.
I believe she has 5 too. So we're both at 5 and we both put in 40 gold.
All right, 40-40. Eriset, are you putting in another 80 for you and Tabby?
Oh, jeez, lass.
You did. Wow.
Hey,
Okay.
we have to go.
nice.
We got to get supplies and shopping tomorrow.
Somebody will be very
Seville,
rich.
are you?
No, they're way up on me. I've got one.
We're not even to 3s yet.
Oh wow. Okay.
Fuck it. I'll go in. 40. I'm on the comeback.
There it
40.
is.
Wow.
40.
Jesus.
Okay.
I
we're
honestly feel like, I don't know what it is. I feel like I got a lot of 3s in the tank right here.
Oh, I'm gonna drop a lot of
We're
threes.
at 400
All right,
gold
let's see.
in the pot right now.
What are we doing?
400 gold. I can buy back my diamonds. Yes, let's go.
Okay, on the count of 3.
So what's the pot?
400 gold.
400.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Ready?
1,
Here we go.
2,
2.
3.
Oh, I got 2. One of them looked like a 3, and I was like, I got 3 3s. Okay, I got 2.
I got.
Oh.
I was looking for threes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nada.
Got nothing.
Oh!
0.
Yes!
I'm out.
There's
Zero.
still a chance.
Oh.
There's still a chance.
That's 80 gold.
Come on now.
Seville,
I'm
that's
up
just
to
burning you.
7 points, everyone.
Oh my goodness gracious. All right, I want my revenge on a table.
Doug, how many points do you have?
Me too. I had 0 3s, but I had 5 points total.
Damn.
And Otto has 7. I think the rest of us are out. This is a showdown between the two of you.
I agree. I only have 2 points, and I only spent 10 gold. So
Oh, Dagmara, surely you wouldn't want to show down with me.
You're only 2 behind. Come on.
We must
go for it.
come to some amicable agreement for your benefit.
Oh, no amicable agreements in this sense, because I believe that you are quite afraid of losing.
No.
And with that, I'm going to put another 50 gold and up the pot to 450.
50 gold.
Wow.
Well,
I'm
I
ready.
needn't remind you you're talking to a man who is much too inebriated to say no. 50 gold it is!
50 gold! And we're like rousing the crowd. 50 more
Everyone's
gold.
like watching them like, what are they doing?
It's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Like,
So the pot is 500 gold between the two.
Yep.
this is insane.
Making money for my dowry, everybody.
And we're looking for 4s. And we're looking
We
for
have a wedding to plan. 50 more gold.
All right.
And I'm
All
like,
right. Roll your.
Dagmar's like, I'm standing up on my
I wish
chair.
you good luck for your sake. All right.
Forget one thing, my friend. This is my town.
I got two 4s.
Oh.
damn, you were rolling. So are you doing the dice
D&D
on the-
Beyond.
Dang.
Oh. Wait, this one didn't turn. Okay.
Come
Fell on the
on.
ground. And that was a 4! It fell on the ground. It was a 4. All right, hold on. And 5. Okay, that's 1 4. That's
Okay.
Still have a
Okay, so
chance.
I'm still up.
6
Ooh.
for Dagmar.
5s and 6s.
All right. Are you guys
Alright.
advancing?
We're on 5s. I'll leave it to 500. Nothing from me here, but
How
I'll save it for
about
later.
we let 5s and 6s play out however they will? And we need
All
not
right.
risk more of our hard-earned coin.
Yes, maybe. Let's see how the fives play out.
All right, we're gonna bet
All
nothing
right.
on fives.
All right, pot stays
Nothing
at
on
500.
fives.
Sixes were nothing though. Didn't they?
Oh, I got 3 5s
Oh, my gosh,
and 2
buddy.
1s.
God,
Oh, I should just do D&D Beyond. Should I just do D&D Beyond for this one? I got 1 5, 1 6,
Better set.
1.
As you're watching them
One.
play, and you're not playing now, and you just kind of like look over,
1
and
5.
there's somebody in the corner who's watching you. It's that moment where the people part, and you just happen to kind of see this channel, and you see somebody who's in this corner with a cloak over their head, but you feel that gaze is just like the person's not moving, not drinking, just
Strider.
watching you. It's very much Strider moment in the tavern corner before people obfuscate him again.
You see how fun this game is? Hey, who's that?
I put 100 gold and 2 platinum on the next round.
I got sixes. I thought.
I told you how fun this game
I'll
is.
tell you.
And I just look at Seville and I'm like, I suppose this was your payback for what
yeah,
I
if
just
I
did.
notice, then I would like to discreetly excuse myself to the ladies' room.
And I'm just like gathering up all of the pot.
Yes.
You actually don't notice Tabitha. Erset, do you do anything? Oh,
Me? I'm the one that notices
you're
it.
the one who notices it.
What's the pot? What was the final pot, Judd? 500?
The last one was 500 before you put it in.
All right,
We have to
I'm
do
gonna
this.
do D&D Beyond for this one.
I think I'll
time
cut my losses while I'm ahead.
Every time we comp, we have to have this. This is amazing.
That's amazing. And I take Seville and I make like I'm gonna grab him and kiss him on the cheek. And then as I kiss him on the cheek, I say,
What?
What'd you say?
Can't hear
That's
you.
good whispering. Nobody heard you.
I say to 6
Stage
o'clock.
whisper.
To 6 o'clock. There's a person watching us. Hey, cool, but I think we should get out of here, all of us.
And I'll put her at arm's length, and I'm like, here now? No, wild sauce, and I'll just laugh it off, and I'll
Tabitha,
peek.
you do hear that.
God.
You do hear them.
Okay, I would like to say, oh, I'm so sorry, I have to go to the bathroom, excuse me. And then I would like to,
You mean the outhouse?
whatever they have in this time period, okay? In and naturally. I'm excusing myself, and I'm just gonna like slip away towards this mysterious person who I think is watching us at 6 o'clock, as Erisette said.
Okay, so Tabitha just kind of vanishes in the crowd. This little halfling, more
So she
people
heard
moving
us.
around.
She heard what I said to
Yeah,
Seville.
she heard you. Well, you don't know actually. She just is.
So I don't notice.
You don't know. She just yeah. No, you see her start to move off, and she just said that to you. You know, she's gonna step out. Otto, are you doing anything for your final round? As
Yeah, I say, I mean, I know she can't catch me, so I more or less jokingly say, I'll put all my my gold and platinum on the line.
Yeah.
Everything you have.
Hey,
he's
Otto.
all in.
Yes. I'm
And
all
as
in.
I-
Otto, one roll. I'll jump in for 6s, and I'll match your 500 for one
No, that's all right.
all-together roll.
I'm fine on that.
all right.
Fine on that.
Last roll.
Well, are you sure you want to match me? You can't. I don't think you can beat me.
I'm not matching. I'm just playing,
Just to see.
just to see if I can catch up. Because how many
Oh,
points
but-
do you have?
I think mathematically, well, 12.
12. Well, never mind. At this point, I can't.
Interesting.
Yeah, I have. You have 12. It doesn't matter.
Interesting
Sorry, I thought you had
analogy.
like 10.
So you're saying
The dice aren't there.
how many more rolls there would be, or if you did any re-rolls?
What I'm saying is it's too close to call,
for you
but
to
that
catch up. Oh.
Well,
what
I
I'm
just
saying
thought,
is
and
we
as
need
I-
to go back and recount all of
We
the
need to
dice and get an
roll.
official ruling on who won every round, but I want to say that I confidently believe I won this thing.
Yes,
Okay?
but there's no
You
moderator, so I'm
confidently
suing.
All
believe
the
you
rolls.
won.
You should
Okay.
just roll all
the rolls.
As DM, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna call it. Otto won that.
So as we're going around,
So
Judd,
as
I'm
we
gonna
do
look.
that,
I'm gonna look at this person that Erisette said.
All right, so Otto, put 500 gold in your if you haven't already. I'm sure you probably already
Right.
I literally already have. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
just
have. Like 10 minutes ago.
Once I knew it was a done deal, like, no.
Spend that on
And I
good barbecue.
It's time to go to a pub, Otto.
and I'm like,
I rolled
Otto,
insanely well in
Yeah,
that.
you
I'm
rolled
never
well.
going to play this game again. There's no way I'm going to get that
so
lucky.
cocky about it. It just makes me want.
I know.
I know, it was well done.
It's not. It's really just that Otto is so cocky. You know, I am but
Oh,
a
definitely not
humble
Yes.
gentleman.
And then I just go and I
Definitely
say,
not.
Otto, yeah, I just want to let you know this is how Ozzy treats its guests. We're very, very generous usually. But may I just say this to you? Take this as payment so that you never speak of that dreadful kiss that just happened ever again.
Oh,
Understand?
I had all but forgotten until you reminded me. You know what?
Good, make sure. Oh, that was not forgettable. Thank you. And,
Oh
yes.
no! Oh no! It's just that I can't remember my own last name because I've drank too much, and well, honestly, I've had no reason to use it hardly since arriving here in Anacroli. That's
You
rather
said-
a
you said
strange
you're from-
thing.
You're forgetting things. Your memories is not quite here. You've had enough to drink. It's been a good night.
It's been more than a good night, but yes, I think.
Well then, great. Drinks on this gentleman, everyone. And I just like sneak away.
And you're, and the big half orc at the next table, he's like, comes over and kind of shakes
Yeah.
you.
I'm just gonna subtract, let's say, 50 gold to
Perfect.
satiate everyone's.
Yeah, and only a couple
Nicely
people
done.
actually come over because it's it's one of those things that's called out a lot, but it's never actually really true.
I'm just like, yes, a drink on me. You heard her.
Yeah, you could just subtract 10 gold actually. I think that would cover the people that came over.
Petty
Okay,
revenge. Very petty revenge.
Tabitha, back to you. So you masterfully cut through the crowd in your stealthy manner, and when you get those flashes, you see this person, very dark cloak, can't see the face through the hood. You cut around, kind of come in from the side. You get another glance, and you see the person is standing and starting to move towards the door, also going fairly quickly, cutting through people. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I would like to start walking a little like sloppy sideways and like clutch at my stomach and like pull my own hood up and be like, oh, sorry. And like I'm trying to like lower my voice so that it sounds like I'm not me. And I would just like to bump into them, fall down intentionally, and like get a glimpse of who it is and then duck away.
Okay, well, at this point they're like 20 feet ahead of you, probably getting close to the door. So I'd say you could probably like sprint up and get right behind them and then do that trick. So no problem.
sounds
Okay,
good.
so you just sprint, you cut through the crowd, you get really close, boom, you do that, and you see, oh, I'm sorry, bump into them, and you go down like right in the entrance to this tavern. The person, give me a perception check as
Sure.
the person turns at feeling this little halfling bump in, and this close, you assume it's a human or elf.
10 is
10.
what I got.
Okay. You just catch the quickest look of this person looks down and sees you kind of sprawling on the ground. Definitely human. You don't see any
Okay.
pointed ears. Blonde hair, close. Just kind of gives you a really intense look and then just turns and walks out quickly.
Was the cloak different than, or like clothing? Nothing? I didn't notice anything about that?
It's remarkable in that there was nothing remarkable about it. It was a heavy, dark fabric, but there were no like insignias. There was nothing embroidered on it.
So like maybe a disguise?
I mean, it's a heavy cloak, which looks like somebody's just trying not to be seen.
Okay. Great. So I would like to like stand up and be like, ugh, and like keep going with the act and be like, oh, I'm sorry, my head, and then just like stumble back to my group.
Okay. All right. And as you're making your way back, you see Seville is now kind of going into edgeguard mode, who's coming up and looking around. Seville, what are you doing?
Doing exactly that. I just want to casually take a peek at who this is and see how they're gazing at us and what's around them.
Okay, well, I'd say the way that this timing works out, you would probably see that moment when Tabitha bumps in to the person and they turn around. From your perspective, though, you just see this head lower. The hood is too low for you to see a face. You see a look down at Tabitha on the ground and then quickly go out the door and to the left.
The figure does?
Yeah, and then Tabitha's making her way back to you.
All right, I'll see if I can just quickly kind of run out and see where this person is.
Okay. So you just race past Tabitha, you run out the front door, do a perception check for me.
Yeah, and right as I go past Tabitha, I'm like, where's the loo? That way?
Oh, the loo is over here. And I like give my like signal.
And I'm like, oh gosh, too many flagons. And I'll run out and, okay.
All right.
15?
15, yeah. So you see about 2 buildings down, you see the figure hurrying, and it cuts between these 2 buildings down there, disappears what looks like an alley from this perspective.
All right. Not gonna follow.
Okay.
I will go back into the group and tell them that he made his way out in a hurry, didn't he?
Oh, actually, it was a lady, right?
No, it was a guy.
It was a man? Okay.
Yeah.
And then I would just like to report what I saw. I tell Seville, I'm like, okay, so this person was wearing a cloak, which was notable because it was so clearly trying to not be noticed, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know that.
This person was blonde, but the hair was cut very short, and they were definitely human. That's all I got.
Well, he scrambled out pretty quick when I just walked outside. He went down an alleyway, and well, me and alleyways haven't worked out very well lately. Not lately. We could go after him. We could just continue on.
Your call. I mean, obviously this person was watching us. Fat.
Well, we've got a lot of. I mean, I suppose we've done some stuff in the city here, so. I know it's not the edge. We're cleared of that mess. And I don't know, maybe the Necros or maybe someone who wants to make communication with us.
It could even be someone from Nigel's camp who's just watching over us.
That's good. It's just kind of weird that he just ran out of here like this without any tip or communication. It's almost like he knew we were watching him and bolted out. That doesn't seem like an ally to me.
Okay, fair enough. Great conclusion. It's probably not an ally. Okay, well, it's your call. I mean, I trust you. I got as much information as I could.
I love it. Yeah, it was great information. Do you see any weapons on him? Well, everybody's got weapons on him.
Judd, you didn't say anything about weapons, so I'm going to assume no.
Nope.
No, I didn't catch any weapons.
Dagmara, what's down here to the right? Judd, you said he ran over to the right and then down an alleyway?
Yep.
What's down here, down an alleyway about, I don't know, 60 feet, something like that?
I suppose I just kind of ran closer, like, because I trickled after, so.
Yeah, so where are you guys having,
just
first of all, where is this conversation being had? Is it still inside the tavern?
I was
Back in the
imagining we were
table.
back
Yeah.
at our
Okay.
table.
Yeah,
Okay.
we just
Back
came
at the
back to
table,
the
yeah.
table.
Yeah, and
So am I hearing this? Is everybody hearing
yeah,
Yes.
everybody's
Yes.
hearing this. So Dagmara, I mean, you know kind of places down here, but it's not like you have a memory of, and it's been years since you've been here. So you know that there are other taverns. There are some like shops that kind of like almost black market-ish, you know, like equivalent of like vape shops down here, and that kind of shit. And there's all kind of manner of stuff, but you'd have to go outside to kind of eye and see if you can figure out what those buildings were.
Well, I wish I could help you, but it's the combination of not being here for 5 years and the alcohol in my system that was absolutely not allowing me to do that.
Well, oh goodness.
Oh.
So as much as I want to help you, we should just go outside.
Well, let me ask you
Enough
this:
money, I'm ready to leave.
where
I
we
open up my water
Yeah.
canister and I just kind of hand it over.
Thank you, Tabby.
where are we staying tonight? At your
you.
father's place, Dagmara?
Yes, as long as we don't make noise, yes. Well,
mean,
what do you
we-
want to do?
I've recently came into so much coin. I mean, I could provide lodging for everyone.
Thank you, Tabby.
Well,
At
we
the
could-
nearest inn, that way as not to disturb your father.
But
Well-
I don't know.
Well, you're our guests. You're our guests. Of course we can, as long as I don't make a mess. You all seem like you can hold your liquor.
Do you remember that time we stayed at an inn in, I believe it was Merrig, and then
We
immediately
were attacked.
So that's why I'm thinking maybe a private residence might be smarter.
Yes, yes.
Come over, stay with my father. It's absolutely fine.
Well,
Yes.
as much as I would
Seville,
love,
you probably don't know much about what we're talking about because
I don't
you
have
were
any
only
memory
there
of
for
that
the
place.
very, very beginning of the attack.
Yeah, I missed that one.
Yeah, you vanished shortly after.
I remember just being yelled at so fiercely that I just had to leave.
Well, it's really said something to know that you preferred the company of zombies over us. I'm still wounded from that.
Well,
You know what I remember?
any chance
from
to
that
get an
attack?
artifact?
That battle, I remember that was the first time that I saw Eruset's incredible trick with the clouds and fog. Yeah?
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
What I remember about that was
A while, actually.
perhaps in one of the rather disturbing displays of my lifetime, if you don't count my wedding night, was when I was riding around carting the carcass of Cain, I believe his name was, around to steer zombies away from all of you so that you wouldn't die, as they sought to eat his fresh dead body. Good times. Those
Good
days,
times.
huh?
About that story.
So,
Seems like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
if someone's looking in on us, and most of us are not prepared for a scrap because there's quite the inebriation at this table, perhaps we need to get to a better location here, as much as I want to keep gambling and finding a table somewhere. But we do have to remember there's eyes on us.
And
All right,
it's
let's.
good timing, Seville, because as you say that, you feel your forearm burn, and you pull back your sleeve a little bit, and you see your tattoo, which is illuminating but not lifting off, and you know that to mean that you need to make contact when you are clear, and you kind of pull your sleeve back down.
So call it. Dagmara, should we go to your father's house? If someone's spying on us and they took off and run, I don't want to get caught.
Someone's spying on us?
Yes, where have you been? That's what we've been talking about.
Well,
Hello?
if someone's
Yeah.
spying on us, maybe Erisek can cast her spell over us so that no one tracks us to my father's house because
We can just
my-
go back to your dad's house.
Oh, the invisible
But I don't want to be
spell.
followed to my dad's house. I don't want to expose my
Well,
father
are you
to
sure
danger.
people are spying on us? I mean, we were sort of drawing a lot of attention to ourselves. I mean, we were.
No, we were definitely.
Whether
fine.
they're spies or fans of Tabby singing, I don't want my father's
that could be
residence
the
to be
case.
exposed.
Well, we
Very
could
much
find
so,
an
Tabby.
inn, like Otto said.
I have offered free lodging for all.
Dagmar, what's
Okay.
on the top side of the city out of here that's some lodging we could count on here?
Well, Jen, is there, first off, is there enough room in my father's house for all of us to, I suppose, or is there any lodging that I can?
There's
I
definitely.
mean, I'm just playing it realistically. Like, we're all fucked up and, like, to stumble into your dad's house, I'm like, let's just go let's get the hotel tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, Dagmara, you do know there are inns. There are inns spread throughout Asley. Your father's house is pretty large. I mean, there's plenty of room.
Right.
If
Far
you,
away is it from here?
it's actually fairly close.
Yeah.
Um,
Like how many feet?
Well, I mean,
How many feet?
Like,
let me tell you.
How many feet is the
157?
hotel from here?
You're down below. You're in the Undercity, and if you come back up, you're like a section, like one pie section of Asley away from the father's house. So like maybe like a 20-minute walk.
But listen, I don't want us all to get separated, even though I lost, yes, a lot of money tonight, Otto. I still want everyone to be safe. And trust me, Greta makes the best griddle cakes, and you will all be so happy in the morning.
Oh, late night
Please.
lunch.
Did you say griddle cakes?
Let's go eat, and let's do this before we're carrying.
Asley griddle cakes are the best dwarven griddle cakes.
All right, but there's a problem with. I can't cast pass without trace.
Can you pass gas? Hey!
A little bit of flatulation based
Always a
humor
winner.
there.
Always a winner.
Nicely done, Seville. You are really coming out of your shell, aren't you?
I wish we had more time to talk, maybe over griddle cakes, but I am having a lot of fun now that the pressure's off a little bit. I tell you that much.
Yes. I had wondered if having fun was something you could do, but you have well documented that you can, friend.
Well, I appreciate that coming from you, Otto. I do. That's a compliment, a real compliment.
Yes, I'm an authority on the matter.
I assume so. Yes.
And are you all making your way out?
Yeah,
Yes,
can we assume
we
that
should
this
go.
conversation is happening
let's
as
take
we're
it on the road.
rolling down the road?
To their father's
you
house.
guys make
Hey,
your way
I'm-
out.
I'm taking a roadie.
Okay, yeah, no problem. You can take all the roadies that you want.
He's like, no, I literally meant this guy, Rhodey. His name is Frank, and he's gonna carry our stuff.
Stupid joke.
I love it. Me and Otto are going to just continue with that
Seriously.
jokes.
With your dad joke.
He's like, should I just put this stuff over here, or?
Whoa, hook the headphones. So, Dagmara, you lead everybody out of the tavern, back up the steps that comes out the door, not too far from the Lysair Temple, and you make your way, through Asley. It's dark, it's night. You see a few people here and there when you get back up to the surface. Interestingly, as you get up there, the ground everywhere is wet and clean. And as you're all kind of like
I'm not
questioning,
familiar with that concept. Is it rain?
and so no, it's not rain. So you look up and it's like beautiful clear sky above, and there's like literally puddles. And you remember when you came into Asley, like for any city at this time period, no matter how well kept they are, there's still like just there's horse shit everywhere. There's just muck. But Asley's a very different city, and as you start asking Dagmara, she explains how the water, the reason all the houses are kind of built up off the road is that they changed the flow of the waterfalls, and it literally at a certain time, you would have heard it if you were above ground, but because you were below ground, this chime kind of rings out through the city, and everybody steps up off of the, or goes up the stairs wherever they are, and this water kind of like floods and cleans the city every night, and then goes back into the troughs.
Very
Just
nice.
leaks off the
Urban
side.
bidet.
It's
Oh
an
my
urban city bidet.
Asley's got the best bidets.
Does
Peter.
Dagmara or Seville, do they know about this?
Dagmara
tell
does.
us?
Seville does not.
Dagmara
Has
does.
Dagmara told us about this?
I mean, she's telling you now as you're coming up and you're seeing like
Yes.
water
Dagmara,
everywhere.
Not to slip. Yes, it's.
Or Seville,
I-
have you seen this water? I'm just thinking about how the water in Merig was poisoned a bit from the necromancers, and
They did. I mean, that's a good.
maybe if there was
really?
a change, maybe something.
Oh, come now, it's just water. And I go and like scoop up some of it, and I like trickle it, and I kind of like.
And
I
you
give
see
it a
his
good-
face start to melt up. No, okay, no, that's
Yeah, I give it like a big whiff, and I'm just like, it's fine.
yeah, it's nice and
Oh.
clear.
Seems fine, I'm sure, at
understand.
trace levels.
I gotta take this call. Hold on a second. I walk away for a second and I just show them.
Take this
What
call.
is this call? You
I gotta
I was
take-
like, what
I
are you
gotta take
I'm
this
like, Peter,
call.
what are you doing? Oh,
What is that? What does that even mean?
I step away and I just kind of
So,
point to the
yeah.
forearm for them, and
you all see his little psychic tattoo kind of raise up and glow in the darkness as Dagmara is kind of stumbling, leading you back to her father's house.
And I'm like mocking him with my own arm, and I'm like,
I start to do it too. I'm like, oh yeah, sorry. Larar.
Yeah, we're all making fun of Amalizana. It's like, yes, but no, I don't want to have to beat up any more of my would-be friends. So just make sure we're not all undercover at the same time. Come on, what do you mean? This is ridiculous.
I'm so
What's wrong with you?
different than all of you. I'm very different. I'm not who you think I am. I'm a double, triple agent.
I bet you didn't even know that my facial hair has been fake the whole time. That's right, my facial hair has been fake. The beards, the mustaches, none of it was real. So, ha ha ha.
Also, I'm getting married, so I'm getting out of commission very soon. Over.
And yes, I did get married tonight. Good night. Goodbye.
And you can't, and Seville, you're like, you're kind of like trying to laugh it good naturedly, and then you realize over and over, Luar's like, Ronta.
yeah.
Hey, is everything okay? Are you there?
Oh, everything. Yes, here, Larar, here.
Larar.
Right. Okay. I heard that, but
Want to hear? Yeah, that wasn't me. Ever said.
all right. Are you all okay?
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay.
Why?
And I walk up to him and I'm like, don't let her know that you're in league with us necromancers.
Luckily, this is all mental communication,
Right.
and like you can't like lean in and say necromancers.
Well, when he said he was on a call, I somehow
I know.
thought that then I could be.
it reminds me of like phone calls that I had when I was a teenager, where people would be like, "Dad, fuck off," and I'd be like,
Just get out for a second.
Fuck.
All right, so you hear Laura asking again, are you all okay? Are you somewhere safe?
Yes, I mean, we're in the middle of the
"Oh,
street,
we're in the middle of the street."
heading back
you
to
should-
Dagmara's, so we're not. Does this have anything to do with that
Even
someone was
if-
spying on us?
Great, you're drunk. Well, okay. Listen, that very well could be. Let me tell you, we did the trade-off. I could tell immediately that I think they suspected something about the skull. They, this is my first moment to contact you, but I
Oh,
feel...
Seville, careful! There's a huge pile of horse dung right there. Oh, you stepped.
Sorry,
Just
okay.
kidding.
Larar, yes, I'm listening. And I'm like,
We're just being
We
the worst.
suck. We
They-
suck.
they're like,
Yes, listen,
Yes.
Seville,
so I'm like, shh, hey, this is serious. We might be in trouble.
Seville,
It's
this
my
is...
100 and
This is...
Wait,
this
you
is-
mean we could be in trouble? Then that can only mean one thing. It's time to commence Operation Horse Dung!
This is really
But
what it's
when
like to
I
have
hear
drunk friends, by the way.
trouble, when I hear trouble, I'm not that drunk because, of course, I can handle my liquor, even though I'm super small. I immediately am like high
Yeah,
alert. Like, what
you
are they
just like,
talking
yeah,
about?
your whole aspect immediately changes, and you
Yeah.
are like, boom, start
And
skating around.
Otto like has to live his life in a constant state of trouble, so like he really didn't think any mind of like when that was mentioned.
So I just kind of like swat them and like, hey, no, I'm
Right.
serious. We may be in trouble as I'm communicating with the
So we might have made a calculated error. I thought they didn't know as much about the skull. Very, very few people know anything about this skull, but they seem
I'm
to.
translating at the same time. Sorry, Judge. So I'm like,
Yeah.
Larar fucked up. She dropped the skull.
Liked her.
Oh, she
Never liked her.
did.
Okay, go ahead.
A lot
Larar.
of fingers.
They've left. They've left. As far as I can tell, they left. They didn't use our transportation though, and they did not return to Carthan. I don't know where they're at, so be careful. They may not have actually left the city, and I just have a feeling that that they know that I'm playing both sides, so be cautious until I get more information. But I think the time has come. I think you need to get out of here as quickly as possible. Work on those sites, and I will see what I can find out about this Archmage, and we need to stay in communication.
All right, right. All right, Ranta out.
Before you go,
Yes.
listen, when you're ready, go to the cutters as your last stop when you're ready to leave the city. They can get you to Pelkey. Do you understand?
Understood.
Last
Roger.
stop when you're ready to go.
Last stop, ready to go. Got it.
Be careful out there.
I will. I'll talk to you when we're in Pelkey.
Laura out. And
Ranta out.
when you all
Laura
see
out.
it just starts to, retract into his arm and the glow fades and you're back in the darkness
So-
as they're all stumbling forward as idiots.
So I said, come here. Listen. Larar, something with the skull, she's found out. There's necromancers all over the place.
We knew that already, you old sog.
We're probably really in trouble right now. So everybody,
Seville, are you okay?
everybody just grab their weapons.
Wait, sorry. Is something actually wrong?
I
Something's
grabbed
probably really
Seville
wrong.
by
But
the
listen,
shoulders.
I've got
and
my
I'm
hat
like
on.
shaking him.
Nothing can happen when
Yeah, you just put your hat on, and normally you only do that when something's like really, really wrong.
All right, so come on, let's get the hell out of here.
All right.
We're just stumbling away, so. But
All right.
seriously, though, I think we're in a bit of fucking trouble.
And then I just watch that count the
Yeah.
horse dung right there. Horse dung,
We
yeah,
make like a
horse
collective 11 more horse dung jokes on the way
Okay.
to.
By the way, there's no
behind
horse dung.
everyone.
Like the city is fucking clean.
Right,
It's been
absolutely. This is
bedayed.
like to
It's been
distract
bedayed.
everyone who's listening.
Yeah.
It's been bedayed, so
Been
So-
bedayed.
I'm gonna be behind everyone, trying to like
What?
watch their behind to make sure that no one is like tracing us. I'm
Yeah.
wearing my very quiet boots. I'm really good at being sneaky, so I am being stealthy as I'm watching
Yeah.
everything that's happening.
So you
And-
roll a perception check for me, Tabitha. The rest of you, are you going quickly? Are you going silently? What are you doing?
I think we should just go into like.
I
full
honestly
sprint
think
singing.
I'm just wandering down, not
Well-
quietly, drunkenly singing. Like,
All right,
if
yeah.
I'm being real,
We're not as fucked up as
that's
Otto.
how
Right.
I'm getting from
But
point A
Otto's
to
pretty
point
fucked
B.
up. I mean, he's had a
He's
lot of
really
alcohol.
fucked up. And
Tabitha,
Yeah, you
what'd
gotta
get?
remember, he started drinking in preparation for
Right.
Right.
telling you all
Yeah, you had like
that
two
he
bottles.
made an alliance with an evil deity.
Yeah.
Just as a
That is
reminder.
true. That
He's
is
been
true.
drinking since before he knew he had to tell you all that.
It's like the ultimate day drinker. All right, Tabitha, what did
Yeah.
you roll?
12.
12, yeah. So you look and the skies look clear. You see a couple people here and there, but nobody is looking suspicious. Dagmara, you lead them on, and another couple more minutes pass, and you start getting into the residential area where your father lives. You know, these are nice houses. You pass the Crown's Guard that you see that kind of guard and it's like a loose guard to this section, but she just quickly kind of says a hello and gets through there. And
this is where I would like to do a perception check if possible, because like I'm understanding, you know, I am also feeling quite off because of the alcohol, but I'm definitely like really trying to get myself together. So even though there is a guard there, I do want to double check because I really don't want to expose my father to danger.
yeah, good. Roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
I'll go back with Aracet, and because Seville has not been drunk like this for probably, ever since his academy days. So he's just having a great time, and I just go right up to Aracet, and it's like, listen, we've got to learn how to sword fight together. You know, like back to back, and
Is that what they call it?
dancing and stuff. We've got to learn to, coordinate some moves. You know, I go out and you cover me with the bow, and it's, and then I'm dancing with me rapier and me dagger, and it's gonna be amazing. I toss you my hat, and come on, you got to dance with me, lass.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith, sort of.
Yeah, just we could be devastating on my 111th birthday.
You just wanted to do that. All right.
I had to do that.
I know.
Yeah.
Dag, what'd you get?
He's out of some double.
I got a 21.
21. Okay. So you immediately look over at the guards, and there's nothing in their posture that makes you think that like they're imposters or anything, and they kind of like lazily let you into this section. You're checking all of the roads, all the alleyways. You're checking the sky. Everything looks clear over here. So you make it all the way to your father's house, and everything. You've seen a couple people, but they're mostly older people. Look like they're kind of out for walks now that the city has been cleaned. It is like at this point like 1 a.m. And it looks fine. And you're at your father's house.
Perfect.
All right.
And we're all there?
Yeah.
Yes, we're all
look.
there.
Good night.
Hey, I thought we were having griddle cakes.
Are you saying that to the people on the street, Otto?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they're
announced
just
it to the entire city. And good night to you all.
Yeah,
So we'll grab Otto and just pull him in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we yank him inside, and everyone else who seems drunk. I'm like, get it together. Oh
And
my
I
God.
grab Sybil's hat and I put it on my head.
All right.
And I say, we'll have to practice that sometime, Mr. Poet.
And
Oh,
Dagmara, the door.
absolutely. And then I just in her mind, I was like, I've got to tell you how Mendeleels make love. It's amazing. It's so different.
Dagmar just walks away.
And I just kind of
the
stagger and hold the wall, and it's like, griddle cakes, motherfucking griddle cakes.
And at that,
That doesn't count.
Everywhere.
what the hell is going on down there? And you see,
Oh, so happy to
Couldn't
see
get
you.
it, comes down.
I'm being the mom of the group.
it's
Please
like,
help us.
I'm glad you
How
found the front.
Mendeleels make
Can
love?
you all be quiet? All of you be quiet.
Yes. Great. I'm so sorry.
Dagmara, it's in the middle of the night. Your father's asleep. I left the door open for you, but I didn't think you'd come in here screaming drunk off your asses.
I told them, Grand Greta.
I offered to buy it.
All right, you,
He's
young
the worst
lad.
one. He's the worst
You
one.
shut your trap right now. Shut
So-
it.
Yes,
No.
yes, madam.
He's
Shut it
so
down.
bad.
I wait
Greta,
for a
these
moment to talk to her, like after all the drunkenness passes, and I let her know. I'm like, okay, so we may be in a bit of danger, so I want to make sure that the house is as secure as possible. We're going
Great.
to leave as soon as we can.
So you come here.
We're
you're
not just
drunk,
loud and drunk, we're dangerous.
and you bring in danger to our doorstep. Well, we can handle
It's
it, but
terrible. Okay.
I'll lock the door now.
nothing new.
And she rushes past you, and she bolts the door, and she's got,
Shutting the windows,
I mean, it's not a fortress; it's a doctor's house. but-
weaponing. I don't know. I'm just making some suggestions.
What?
And Greta, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to bother you. You know what the Asley Underground can do to people. I have to admit, I haven't had that much fun in a long time. I'm very sorry. But can I ask you for two things? Two things. Do you mind? And I just get like really puppy-eyed, and I hold her hands. Just flipping up those really nice griddle cakes that you used to make when I was little. My friends cannot wait to try them. The ones with the cardamom and cinnamon, please.
What now in the middle of the night?
Well,
Yes.
some now and some for tomorrow. And the other one, make 2 separate beds for these two. And I point to Seville and I said, they're about to get married, but let's just keep it civil beforehand. Separate beds.
That's certainly
2
a lot of
separate rooms.
information.
You got it?
All right.
How delightfully,
Please?
Catholic of you.
I'm just trying to not desecrate my father's.
It's Chateaureau's
right.
vows. You gotta be.
All right,
Chateaureau.
you lot follow me. Come into the kitchen so that nobody can see you from the street. So it looks like we keep the lights out and we keep it dark, yeah. And I'll make you some griddle cakes, cause you're Dagmara and you're not dead, and we're happy about that. Your father, and she leans in close. Your father had a bit of wine when he got home. He's passed out.
That's fantastic.
Happy,
Devil.
happy, singing. I haven't seen him this happy, well, since he left.
Do you have the loo? Is the loo around here?
I'm so happy to see
Since before you left, actually, to clarify. Yeah, it's right around the corner. Come on, and then as she leads you into this
I'll be right
warm,
back. I've got
this
to
warm
take it.
kitchen, there's still like a fire going here, and she's been up, and she starts, she pulls out this skillet and starts bringing all these ingredients out. We're gonna take a quick break, because I'm sure Peter's gonna explode from water hydration.
I think he is right now.
I think he is right now. So we'll be back in.
Man in the world.
Yes, so jealous. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, y'all. Hopefully, looks like your audio is holding, so fingers crossed. We'll see you all in 10 minutes. Love you all. See you soon.
See you in 10.
Bye, guys.
And we're back. Hello.
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 Hi.
Thanks for bearing with us as we
Hey,
took
guys.
a wee break and got some more drinks and some food for the second half.
And a jar of pumpkin seeds. Come on.
That is,
Healthy.
yeah, that's
Whoa,
that's
I
super
want
healthy.
that now.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, good job.
It's
Good
not
choice.
griddle cakes. It's not griddle cakes.
Yeah, I know. I want
It's not
fucking
griddle
griddle
cakes.
cakes now. That's what I want
Yeah.
after this.
Oh
That
my
does
God.
sound really
Cinnamon.
good.
Right?
I have like a whole idea of what that means in my mind. These griddle
Oh my
I
god.
did too. Yeah. They're kind of naughty.
It's like
and-
different than a pancake, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Here's honestly what I'm imagining. I'm imagining like a nice silver dollar style pancake, but the
Okay.
outsides are like crispy.
Yeah, because I'm thinking there's
Exactly.
some like corn in it.
Exactly.
Like some cornmeal. So it's
There's
gonna
some
like
cornmeal,
crisp
there's
up a little
something.
bit. Yeah.
There's texture to this baby.
It's very
Yeah.
Welsh inspired.
Yeah, it's like
yeah, it's
Oh,
Welsh
like little
inspired.
little hint
Yeah.
of polenta
Absolutely.
type. Yeah. Anyway,
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
we're gonna
Soon to be in the role player's cookbook.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Maybe one day.
King
Come on,
Brad's griddle
come on.
cakes.
Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah. In fact, I was gonna promote it this stream, but next stream we're gonna promote our friends over at LA D&D Society. Their official D&D cookbook just started shipping.
Really?
Yeah, so one of the guys from LA D&D Society wrote the actual cookbook. Excuse me, that
That is
Wizards put out.
amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's great. So I'll show it next time. And I think we're gonna have one of those guys on the show as well at some point. We're trying to coordinate that. But anyway, so jumping back in, and kind of unless anybody had anything to do other than enjoy your griddle cakes before going to sleep, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna say that you enjoyed the scrumptious griddle cakes. You've never had anything that tastes better,
Right.
especially when you're wasted, as you all are. and she quickly makes up some beds for you, and you go to bed for the night. Let me know if you're doing anything special. Otherwise, I'll let you know if you made it through the night.
Night, night.
Yeah.
I just say, Greta, you magical, fluffy, beautiful woman, you. And I just like hug her and kiss
Fluffy.
her on the cheek. I'm like, well, you're very soft. You always have been. That's what I mean. Very soft hair, very soft sweaters.
Well, it's time for you to be going to
everything-
bed. Yes. I'll figure.
I love you, Greta. Yes.
I love you too, lass.
And I just cuddle back to my bed.
I'll go to Aracet. It's like, do you want to sit next to me in Reverie tonight?
What?
Do you want to cuddle Reverie? We can be in Reverie and cuddle at the same time.
Hey, do you want to like go to Reverie with me?
I do.
Whoa.
Are
It's
we
super cool.
from Greta though, or do you think that
She's not the boss of me.
an idiot?
Come on, let's go. It'll be fine. We're not gonna get in it. We're not breaking any religious laws here. I don't think. Come on, sit down. We'll do like a Reverie cuddle.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
But this is gonna be my circle.
Okay. You take your circle. I'll be kind of next to you. I'll
I'll be in this circle, and then
Where do you want me to be over here?
that space over there, and
All right.
then that's what we're gonna do.
All right. That's what we're gonna do.
Love it. All right.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Well, all right.
So I'm assuming everybody makes it through their Reverie circles.
Yeah. Any Tabitha do anything else, or you just okay?
I'm
All
going
right.
to sleep, kind of sleeping with one eye open this
Okay.
night.
All right. So you're No problem. So you all go down for the night, and Otto, you know, for the first half of the night, you are just wicked drunk, you know, and you get up at some point in the middle of the night, you know, like, I need water, you know, and you kind of have that, I have no idea where I am, and you kind of make your way through the house back to the kitchen, and you find, you know, a little mini barrel of water and start, nothing tasted so good. And you make your way back down, and you start to go to sleep, and you realize that there's something missing from you in a good way. The sort of, you didn't really even realize it had been there all this time, but as you're sobering up a little bit, and don't listen to the music, it's really ominous right now, but
I know, I was
like,
what is it?
My soul!
Yes, your soul is gone.
Where has it gone?
Just really nefarious music right there.
Precious.
But you've had this weight on you, it feels like it was almost on your chest, like there was just this constant pressure of this darkness on you, and right now, it's not there.
Yeah, I take in that that feeling, and I'm sort of like, wow, goodness. And then I go back and I get way more seconds of griddle cakes, and then I go back to sleep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
And you managed to sleep well for the rest of the night. The rest of you also sleep well, and before you know it, light is starting to drift lazily through the window as your eyes kind of flutter open, and you see a warm sun welcoming you to a new day. So you may all mark off another long rest.
Yay!
Yeah.
Really got
Accomplishment.
How many level ups?
Let's see.
I love that you, Chad, that's like a classic trick. You don't ask, do we get a level up?
How many?
How many?
You're level 20 now.
Yes!
Ooh, good.
No. I'm kidding.
No, that's literally like
So
you
excited.
become a god at level 20.
I'd say you guys are getting pretty close, but we'll see what happens. All right. So, as you wake, you smell fresh, and you hear that coming from the kitchen. And this time, you smell not only griddle cakes. There's the smell, that gorgeous smell of bacon.
Bacon.
On the
I knew it was gonna be.
Oh,
And
bacon.
there's even a
Bacon.
there's
Bacon.
even a
It's
smell that some of you may not know, but a couple of you do. It's like it's an unusual but so powerful and beautiful smell. Those of you that know it, it's like a coffee kind of smell is drifting
Schnoz?
through this house.
I don't know if they have that in the swamps, but I'm ready to try it.
Yeah, I'd say, Tabitha, you don't know what it is, but the smell, you pick it out between all the other
Potato,
smells.
but kind of nice.
Yeah.
I
Schnozberries.
want to smell it.
Yeah. So,
Well, I just walk in and I look at Congreta, just putting all this together, and I say, "Oh, Congreta, my magical, beautiful, very fit and athletic friend. What a beautiful morning!
Oh, yeah,
Thank you
keep it
for
coming."
making- And so gorgeous with your hair and your beautiful clothes. And have you been running and chopping wood? Because
oh, shut up
wow,
now. Shut up and eat.
Okay. What you have the coffee? Is that the Southern Asley bean? Is that what I'm smelling?
Of course. It's your dad's favorite. He'll be down in a moment.
God, I'm such a coffee addict that I'm literally getting triggered right now, and like,
Oh my god.
I know. I'm like, I could have some coffee tonight.
I
That's a good
literally
idea.
Oh my
It's
God.
early.
I
It's
really
early.
want
do love.
People always
Ticino
drink
time.
coffee
It's
espresso.
Ticino
Have
time.
you guys had one?
Yeah.
What is it called? A martini with the coffee?
Oh yeah.
Oh, an espresso martini?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Espresso martinis.
Are those good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, yeah, they
very
do
good.
they do the taste. I mean, I feel a little
Yep.
cheesy ordering one, but yeah, they are.
Oh no,
They taste
They're
great.
kind of corny, yeah.
Yeah,
they go down quick.
They're awesome.
yeah.
They are good.
All
I
right,
want
so
to try that.
and then we'll come down. Usually the elves are up early, but
Yeah.
know, we
I
had
think-
a good reverie.
And we come out of this.
What does that mean?
We come out of the same room.
I don't know. What does it mean? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Completely acting totally nonchalant. So we come out of the same room, like just totally cool. Like no, like there's no weird energy,
There's
no
nothing
weird
happening.
vibe. But we come
Like
out.
too nonchalant, or
Yeah.
like?
Little too nonchalant.
I mean, are you rolling?
Oh.
Are you rolling a deception check for us?
No, I'm saying we literally come out just like completely like
Okay.
chill,
Alright.
but we're coming out of the same room.
Yeah.
Just saying that in
You're
case.
coming out of the same room. Okay.
It's very like college roommates dorm scenario.
Kind of vibe
You guys
right
are
now.
trying to be like cool about it.
No one needs to make a big deal, but we all kind of saw, and we'll just carry on from here.
So as we're going down,
Literally, like
Yeah.
nothing happened. Otto. No, we just
I didn't say anything.
No, I mean like we literally.
I didn't say anything.
No.
Were you?
I told him like.
Were you separate beds comfortable? Were they nice and soft?
Now she just said something.
I was just asking a question.
And this is my cup of coffee, and I'm just like,
Yeah, I too am like.
yeah.
Splitting headache.
So I'll go to
So were
Otto.
they comfortable?
I'll go to Otto and I'll be like, "Yeah, I didn't say anything last night, did I?"
Oh, I'm sure you did, but I wouldn't be the one to
True.
consult about anything.
No,
as
I was
far as
asking
I'm
if they were-
concerned, last
Oh, yes.
night was it will be forever
Just a night.
annexed
Just a night.
from the history
night.
of the.
No.
Just a night. Yes.
I don't know. It's just a
Obviously,
weird
we-
thing. Oh, I haven't. drunk
Judging
for a
by
while.
the headache I have, it was quite
Yeah.
nice, and well, I suppose we have a long road ahead of us. So.
Judd, can I make a Constitution check or an intelligence check? Something, a memory check? Can I do a memory check?
Yeah, you
I
can
wanna-
do a history check for me.
Oh,
And I look at Seville and they're feeling a little like awkward and apprehensive. And I'm like, what? No, I'm just asking because Gingret just put new feathers in the pillows. She wanted to know if they feel comfortable.
And Dagmara,
Yes.
as you're saying that, you look in the doorway and your father is there, and he's just like leaning against the door. You see, he's just like drinking in this moment of seeing his daughter at the table talking and just being here, and he's just huge smile on his face.
Father, good morning. I'm so sorry if we kept you up last night.
Oh,
I'm very, very sorry.
I think I enjoyed a few bits of wine myself. I didn't even hear you arrive. It was such a wonderful treat to hear you down here this morning.
So I heard.
Good morning, my darling.
And I imagine that we kind of like exchange a little kiss on the cheek and
Yeah.
a little, like a stout hug as he passes by.
Congrata, I need all that you have here to offer me. I'm so hungry. And he sits down and starts pulling some food to you.
Oh, a hangover for you too. That much wine, I see.
A couple
know,
bottles. Celebratory.
So
Yes.
sorry.
Yes, after Rigel made me have an ale, I had to wash it down with some proper wine. So, what are you all up to today?
this is fantastic. This spread here, fantastic. Amazing.
Congrata does the absolute best.
Well, yes, to speak about what we're doing, I think.
Or is it better that I not know?
Well, I think you shouldn't know the details, but I think you should know that we are leaving.
And you see his face falls, and he looks at you. Dagmara. I'm surmised as much from the conversation.
Father, I wish we could stay. I really, really do. It's been a wonderful time to see home, to see you, to see everything that would be perfect and what I would always want. However, my journey is far from over. I cannot rest in this city if I know that there is a threat over the entire continent, and if I know there is a threat within that I have not dealt with. So my goal is to come back with a clean conscience and a peaceful place to live at.
Your daughter's doing good things, sir. Zaki, your daughter is doing good things.
I know. And I'd be a lot more worried about her, I think, if it weren't for all of you being with her.
Well, I do owe her a dare, and it's not going to be kind, but, you know, I think she's safe otherwise. She's safe otherwise.
Well,
Oh, you should have seen him, Father. And then I catch myself. He's a funny man.
well.
Her daughter's a generous woman. Her heart is full of goodness. Dagmara, I know what you were about last night, and you got all of us finally letting off some steam. You surprised me, honestly. I had no idea there was that side to you, but...
I surprised myself, too. I had forgotten there was that side to me, and well, I guess, Father, now you know. There was a lot of merrymaking last night. Yes.
As if I didn't know every time you snuck out to go down there, please.
Well, all I can say is that I'm just so thankful that I got to share it with all of you. That was the most fun I've had in maybe a decade, or half a decade.
Well, I'll second that. I'll second that. I haven't loosened up like that in a long time, and I.
That's a good time.
It
Nice
was.
to say.
Wow.
And I have a feeling we're not going to get another chance to do that for a little
Probably
bit.
not, because we're definitely being hunted by someone as we speak.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. I'm going
Wait,
to
yes,
try
I
not to
vaguely-
focus on that the entire time you're gone.
Yeah.
Yes, you just reminded me. I can vaguely recall some of you seemed a bit paranoid last night, like we were being hunted down or followed. Am I
We
gathering
weren't
that
being
right?
paranoid, we were being realistic.
What was it that Laura was
Well, wait.
Seville's talking to someone.
Who was?
Yeah, I vaguely remember. I rolled a 15, Judd.
Who
Okay.
are we talking about? Who was following us?
You remember when I got that call? We were walking through the street, kind of laughing, and
No, I don't remember that.
remember,
And I just nestle into my
What's a
father.
call?
He's kind of
remember that huge.
What's a
you know,
call?
it's a mental call. It's it's like
Okay.
the big giant peed all over the place. It was all wet and stuff like that.
No.
But in all seriousness,
I remember the horse dung that I lied to you about.
right.
Yeah, Seville, you remember almost everything last night.
Yeah. Look, Larar said that the necromancers may be on to her, and that they did not leave the city in the same way they came.
How did they come
I-
to the city?
She didn't let me know, but I think it was. She traveled with them, so I don't know if they teleported or not, but
They are rather fond of teleporting.
yes. So they're around here, she said, or they left by different means. But Pelkey is next to here, and I'll take out that map. Remember this small map here with these 5 locations? This one has
Yes.
a star on it, and that's Pelkey. That's the swamps.
What do you think the star indicates?
I think it's of vast importance, is my guess. And it seems that they've gone to that site. I'm guessing. Larar did not say it, but why wouldn't they?
Now, hear me out. Yes,
yeah.
of course we could go to the swamps and discern the manner of this starring of the map, but needn't you forget, we learned that the necromancers had made way to Carthon, the capital city, where, if I understand correctly, the king resides. We have, reason to think we might need to make way there and clear up whatever influence they could be cultivating there in the capital.
And let me counter that with this. There is a site there, and that's for sure they are there. But Larar has been working as a double agent with them, so she would have prepared the city for this. She would have let the king know, or at least prepared that they are working against and with the necromancers at the same time. But Carthen is so far away.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how trusting of the Ra are you? With 10 being you would trust her with your firstborn, and 1 being you would hold a knife to her throat the moment she looked away.
Well,
go on then. 1 through 10. Marks out of 10.
I trust her. I trust her with
Like
about,
a 6?
No, I trust her with about an 8.
About an 8.
About an 8.
I was thinking more of like a 3 or a 4.
Well,
anyone else?
That's how I was originally. I was a
3.
0 on her, but
You were 0.
I never
You
liked that.
have always been a 0 on
You're
her.
quite the extremist here.
But
Well-
now that I understand more about what I think they're about, you see, my intuition this entire time had been that these necromancers were small potatoes compared to the problems that this plane or this dimension has. I mean, that's what's haunted me, and that's what made me leave my kingdom, was I wanted to get to the source and fight it on its ground before it could spread and attack my people. And now that she's explaining that she and her alliances also have found or sensed something, I trust her more. Because it kind of works out that my gut's been right. And weirdly, I don't hate her anymore.
Really?
Yeah. Kind of weird.
That is kind of weird.
I guess I'd give it like a
Like a 7?
7.
Wow.
Oh.
Exactly what I was gonna say. So.
All right. 7, 8, 3 or 4.
By means, but what I mean by,
mysterious.
yeah, the necromancers didn't go back the way they came. They didn't go back to Carthen, which is where they came from.
So they're no longer there?
No, that's,
The Ra told you this for sure?
yeah.
Then what do you think was the purpose of their being there?
At Carthen, to sign the treaty, you know, we have this little piece of paper of Koskar's that said Larar was important to them.
Yeah.
And so they went there with Tene, that other agent, to probably seek her alliance or turn her, but we now know that she is not easily manipulated and has been manipulating them until the community.
Or she's manipulating you and is just merely playing at manipulating them. We don't really know, do we?
Well, but look, she
Well,
gave
no.
us that artificial skull. I mean, that's
Well.
a pretty big.
No. We have this skull. She gave
That's what
them the
I
artificial.
mean,
No, the real skull is back in the
Yes.
protection of the temple.
Correct.
see, I tried to grab it, and then she managed to beat me, and and didn't run off with it. I think that says something. I think it says something.
It is. The fact that she didn't give it to them and it's now protected says a lot. But what we
Well, if the skull
we
ever
have to
ends
do-
up in wrong hands, perhaps, which I hope it never does, after all we've gone through,
Yes.
namely me. And yes, I am referring to the 3 bottles of red, but nevertheless, I say we continue on. If it's too pokey, so be it, but I'd be lying if I said I'm not interested in exploring this capital, both to know what the necromancers were doing there, and also because, well, it's the capital city after all. We could make our case before the king himself. We could get some resources drummed up in this effort to combat the necromancers.
You know,
Well, you'll like the capital, Otto. You will. You'll like him a lot. And then another point for Larar is she was working with Rigel, and well, I think we're all rather fond of Rigel.
Well, he didn't seem to need very much convincing to take the threat of Fornuja's followers seriously. In fact, he seemed as though he knew much of what they had been doing all along, something that I found as a surprise. I mean, as far as I knew, we were really the only ones actively combating this evil faction.
Well, true, except Larar knew, and I had thought she had turned, and I think I was right not to trust her during the circumstances, but either way, we have to decide what we want to do.
And you mean Pelkey? Pelkey in the swamps?
Pelkey,
yes?
if we want to investigate these 5 locations, which the necropancers are high on, then the closest one is Pelkey.
Judd, do you
that's
have
the
that map
swamps.
that you can throw up for reference?
Yeah, how many days travel to Pelkey versus
Let me see
like
if I
how
have
many
it here.
days?
Pelkey's
How many
close.
days travel to Carthen?
And
Carthen is very
Sure, I
far
can
away.
find it in the Slack.
Carthen is the farthest away.
Yeah, Pelkey
go.
is a couple hundred miles to the south.
Yeah.
But
So that's probably like a week or two.
Well, we also have Rigel, and I have to visit the Cutters, and maybe I could arrange for something of a quick travel to Pelkey to get us there by magical means.
Whoa. Oh, if you need portal help, just
Look, we've got a portal.
dying to go through.
Well, perhaps
What portal?
teleportation, not necessarily a portal, but a teleportation.
Where? How would we do that?
I have to, Larar told me to visit the Cutters before we leave the city. So that is our last stop, and I have a feeling she may have left more communication for me there.
Well,
More
shall we
info.
join you over to the Cutters
Absolutely.
then, or is it Edgeguard only?
No, of course. I think it's in a. Dagmara, confirm it here. There is a bazaar, a grand market here.
Oh,
And
yes.
I'll find it from there, but I think we should resupply, which means let's do a little shopping here.
Shopping. I'm
Shopping.
familiar with shopping.
I've been meaning
Activate
to
shopping
go to-
phase!
Formal.
And I just say,
lot of shit.
and Pelkey is in the, I'm not mistaken, right? It's in the swamps?
it is, yes.
Yes. And I just turn to Tabitha and I say, Tabby, are you excited to venture into your own lands again?
I'm excited in a way. I don't know. I feel a little bit nervous because, well, and then it's like a montage of all of my memories in my mind. And my face just kind of goes like blank to you, Dagmara. And I'm just thinking like on one hand, there's like this like vague memory of me as a child getting into this mischief with this witch who I like made a deal with. And then there's like my family being super broke and like having to like steal from people. And then there's my family like all getting angry at each other because we didn't have any resources. And then there's me feeling guilty. And then there's like swamp creatures. And then there's things that are happening in nature that I'm noticing, but I'm not like fully understanding. And then me leaving the swamps. And so this is all like a whirlwind. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel it's very complicated. But yeah, I'm ready to go back to the swamps, sure.
And I put my hand on your shoulder and I say, after seeing this blank face and all this thought, and I'm like, well, I hope it's not as bad as what brought me out of Asley for so long. It can't be.
No,
I hope
definitely
not.
my
Okay,
parents
good.
were living. I didn't kill them enough.
Well, in that case, I cannot wait to, and I kind of get a little bit of a thought before I say that, to venture back into the swamps. I can't wait to see your home.
Oh, you've been there before. You said back into.
But just to confirm, your home was an entirely different swamp back in February.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, it was a different land. So, you know, there could be different.
How about your natural habitat?
Natural habitat.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been to the swamps near Pelkey once.
Let me guess. They're dangerous.
I look to my father, and he knows exactly
I
what
just
that
like
means.
pet Snack and I'm like, they're dangerous.
Well, I only assume because so far my explorations and
this-
expeditions across Asley have, well, uncovered many a danger.
And I look to my father, like kind of like my head kind of nods down as I look to him, and there's a little bit of shame and a little bit of brokenness there.
We've been to Mosul a lot. We haven't spent much time in Pelkey. but a bit rougher town from what I hear. But everywhere in Anakali is fairly dangerous. That's why we mostly stay to the cities.
Why did Anakali end up so dangerous everywhere, so overridden by wild, monstrous rain? I'm so curious. Why hasn't civilization prevailed across more of these lands?
I think it has. I mean, the kingdom is, definitely safer, and we have some pretty grand cities.
That you do.
But everything in Anakali is... It's tough. It perseveres. It's not easily eradicated.
I see.
Which is a good thing for some, and obviously leads to dangerous monsters not disappearing from the land. So,
well, I suppose we'll find out if we can fit in that respect and prove durable ourselves.
Well,
so far so good.
Indeed. So far so good.
We might even meet up with Geisel.
Ah, yes.
He's out around there in Barakesh.
Last we heard.
What
was that, like 5 days ago?
So long ago. Well, so let's gear up a bit and
yes, let's enjoy this. Let's enjoy this breakfast while I have you. Let's talk no more about the end of the world, and let me enjoy my daughter before you whisk her off to such danger. Of course.
Less doomsday, more bacon.
Yes, more everything. Can you go ahead, sit down, enjoy with us, please. And
yes.
And we have
Father,
that kind of. Oh yes, yes. Yes.
Oh no, I was just going to say, if you don't mind, actually, I would love to get some of your recipes for your some of the potions, because I think we all could benefit from some health potions once in a while. So I'd be so happy to pick up the old ways of the Lystery Temple and get back into that.
Well,
it's been a bit.
Indeed. Well, after you, we'll say left. And I went to the temple looking for you. I was given all of your notes that you took at temple. They're up in your room, actually. Yeah, your recipes, and I couldn't improve on what the temple was teaching you. Now, if you want to look at some of my anatomy drawings and what I've learned medicinally, I'd be happy to get that book. We started to look at it, if you'll remember, last time you were here. Yes. And he starts to get up and leave the room, and you guys all kind of share that. Oh shit, we gotta let's wrap this up, before.
But I like
it's photo album time. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go.
I scurry after him, and I'm like, do you have anything about the veterinary arts? Anything about animals?
The veterinary arts.
I know I've been spending all my time. Sadly, working on the various human species and elves, but if you're going to the market at all, you can find anything you want there.
Do you have any recommended booths?
As you enter the market, if you're entering from the south, I can't remember the name of it. There's a bookseller. So as you enter from the south, go to the right, and you can't miss it. It's a large place, books out front, and definitely, I mean, if you're looking for a book, go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for the recommendation.
Oh, you're welcome.
Hurry back to the kitchen where he can finish this.
Yeah, he's like, oh. Well, I'll just be there in a moment as soon as I get my stuff.
And while he was out, I scurry up to Dagmara and I squeeze her hand. I say, is that where it happened? Swamp. Telki.
Yeah. Yes. I
won't be
very sad.
This time.
I don't know what's going to happen when we get back there. So, whatever you need to do, just do it. You have my full permission. Just do it.
I will, but it won't be what you think. I think you showed last night how much of your heart is pure and good. I got really embarrassed by what you did, and I'm such a proud
Oh,
woman.
that was so insensitive. I'm so sorry. I did not.
It wasn't. No, it was the nicest thing you could ever have done. I would never have had the courage ever otherwise to admit how I feel, and you really helped me. And I'm sorry I seemed a little bristly about it. I've just never had any relationship before. And anyway, I just want to thank you. And I want you to know you have a friend. And I won't let anything happen to you in those swamps. I won't.
And I just
will either, right?
pull you in for a very strong hug, and I say, "You're beautiful, beautiful elf." Ari said, "Thank you. Thank you for everything." And I just go into my pocket and I say, "Before you do stop me, hopefully it doesn't come to that, I've decided to take my mother's portrait with me," and I pull out that little portrait that I pulled from her room. So if that does start to happen, just, you know where it is, show her to me, and hopefully I will come back. That's the hope.
Great idea. Where are you going to keep it? That's a great idea.
It will be in the right pocket of my coat on the inside.
Okay. That's brilliant. Okay, did you all hear that? Did you all hear that?
What?
Oh.
What? No.
All right, yes, I suppose.
Look, we should be aware of this going in. This is a very
eating.
difficult place for Dagmara to go. And we as her friends we really need to be there for her. And
What's the worry?
this is where the...
And I suppose, like,
Okay, and the father backs into the room, and he's got 3 large volumes this time, not 1 but 3, and he kind of pushes aside his plate. Okay, well we're all eating. If you'd like to see what we've got here, what part of the body do you want to look at first?
Do you do anything with psychic diseases?
Psychic diseases?
No, I'm afraid I'm delving into the actual mechanics and the physiology of the body. For example, and he opens it up. Let's
Seville, like, why are you encouraging him?
And I lean into Seville, and I'm like, "Oh no, you've got him going. Kill him."
and he opens and he starts to point, and then he slams it. It's like, I'm not that stupid. I'm just messing with all of you. Get out of here. All too easy.
Dagmara,
But-
can you pop upstairs to grab your notes?
Oh yes, absolutely. Yes, I'll be right back. And I just give my father a double take, and just go up and I grab him real quick. I don't know if there's anything that I find there, but I just grab him, and I see the handwriting from before. I see like the diligent notes that I took, and just a reminder of a lot of things. And I see the moments when the handwriting got a little too frantic, and maybe a page was a little torn halfway whenever I got mad. All right.
That has, like, what was she studying again, Dad?
Chatarellonomics.
No, it wasn't Chaturel. You can. I don't know if
I
she's
can roll
told.
history if you want.
I'm trying to remember if she's even told you. Yeah, roll history.
Yeah, no.
I don't think. Actually, I think you
think I've
did
said
one
it.
time. Kind of talk vaguely.
Yeah, she kind of
Very briefly.
and with her teacher. We kind of figured out that she turned away from the path she was on, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind
As
of.
I
I mean,
go through
that you
those
don't
notes-
know about. But it's what did you get?
11
Tabitha?
was my 11.
Yeah, no, you can't remember.
Well, as I also go through my notes, I kind of frantically try to look for a recipe for, just even though I know it's almost like hopeless, I'm just curious to see if I'm looking for a recipe for reanimation, for any herb that could bring something or someone back, but
Yeah, no, it's not. I mean,
don't find anything.
You were never taught
and-
that, and so you just look through it,
Exactly.
and you just, in case maybe he took something that wasn't your notes, but you check really quickly, and they're all yours, and you extract the ones that have the meticulous notes about potion making for healing potions, and the various strengths and the ingredients required to make those, and kind of tuck them in your pack.
This will do. Take a last look at the room and just go downstairs.
And I feel like when she comes down, I'm like, and that is such a fascinating story about that person who had gangrene.
Well, I know it sounds a bit much, but it's fascinating. And you see what happens to the body and all its permutation.
Actually, do you know I watched that? My father actually showed me that amputation. That was quite the surgery, Father.
Well,
learned a lot.
Until the gods are back, we will need more of our healing of each other through medicine. But I think you should go before I break down crying. So,
and before we wear out our welcome, of course, if we haven't already.
We're hunted
No,
by
impossible.
the people who are hunting us.
Oh yes.
Yes. We would hate for you to be killed just because we stopped off here.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, and you
But
all
on that note,
yeah, you all make your way to the door, and as the rest of you kind of pile out, including Snack, who we haven't talked about, but Snack's been here the whole time. This giant cat.
Let's do some petting earlier.
Right.
Yeah. Don't worry about Snack. And even Gingreta kind of moves back into the house, and your dad just takes you into this big bear hug and says, We're not going to say it. I love you. Be safe. Come back. I'm going to keep it short so that I know you'll have to come back. Like last time, I didn't get to say goodbye, and you came back. So just
Yes.
go, save the world, don't die, and you better come back. Understand?
Yes. I love you.
I love you too.
I'll
And
see you soon, Father.
I'm proud of you. This is maybe
Thank you.
not the path I would choose for you, but maybe it is. I don't know. I'm impressed and scared, and I won't sleep for about a year, but that's fine.
Well, all I can say, and I promise it won't be long, but as soon as I saw you and as soon as I made the friends that I did, I have to say I'm no longer as afraid as I was. Even though we're going into the swamps, even though we're going into the very location where it all happened, I know that I can defeat it. I know I can defeat it, Father. I know I can come
I know
back
you
with a
can.
clear conscience.
I know you can. And
And
there's
we'll
so much I
restore
wish I
peace
would
to
have.
Asley.
I would have done better when you were younger to help you through that. It's on my conscience, and but I hope it's not on yours. You are beautiful in every way that you have been made. Just remember that.
Well, it's on my conscience enough to want to do something about it and to use it for all the right reasons. So I promise you, and I promise her, and I show the frame that I'll do it for you both and for our home. And I will be back for those griddle cakes, Gingreta.
You better. All right.
I'll see you soon, Father. And I skip down the path.
we'll see you in like 10 days / 50 sessions.
And you get that one last look back, Dagmara, and he's standing in the door, and he's doing his best to look brave and strong for you as you depart. And right as you pass that last moment at the end of the street, and then he's gone.
The cinematography of it makes me feel like we're not going to see him again.
So he's dead already. No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm kidding.
Just the way it was.
It was like a last goodbye for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Like that Jeff Buckley song.
I know.
Best dad ever.
This is the
dad.
last goodbye. All right.
all right. So, are you
Goodbye,
guys?
Dadmara.
What a great
Dagmara.
Dad, Mara.
Dagmara!
Oh, Dagmara.
I love it. I love it. All right.
All right,
So, are
let's go
you?
get some
Where are you going?
supplies.
What are you doing?
Yes. I need to find a leather worker real quick. I need to see if they can do something with this Drake scale. I
You
wanna
guys are testing your luck. We are literally being hunted in this city, and we're told to leave as soon as possible.
Well, I have an important step to make real quick.
Leather worker. Okay.
I need to find
I'm stressed.
hell bent for leather.
But first,
Okay. All right. So
Hellbent for
Dagmara,
Leather was
you're the only
also a
one
great
who.
metal album
name,
name.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
That is a great album name. Are you taking straight to where are you guys going so I can help you?
we're
get
gonna go
there?
to the bazaar.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to go.
All right. So you lead them there, and we'll say in the interest of time,
bazaar.
you make your way
Yeah.
through the city, tell me how you're going. Just like
Coming in from the south, I think.
coming in from the south. Okay.
Coming to the south, we obviously are watching our periphery and
Okay. That's more what I meant.
I would imagine we're
Right.
all
To go to the
probably
bookstore.
sticking together.
we're sticking together. We're on guard.
Okay. So
because we know we're maybe wanted.
Dagmara.
And as
you-
we're doing that, I'm kind of taking the time to. I was just gonna say the last bit is like as we're exiting my father's neighborhood, I'm just taking a last moment to just touch those stones and just really remember the place. Because even though I have aspirations to come back, I don't know if that's gonna happen. So it's just gonna be one last moment of just feeling the tactile
And
texture of everything.
While Otto is exploring the bazaar and whatnot, he keeps a hood pulled over his head because he knows he's unusually handsome, and that if anyone were looking for him, his face sticks out.
He
in
stands
the crowd.
out. He stands out in the
He
crowd. He really
stands
does.
out. He's got that it factor, and so he does well to try and blend in as he explores the bazaar
Okay.
area.
And alternatively, I think Tabitha would do a bit of peacocking, even though she knows they're wanted. She just wants
Peacocking.
She's like
Yeah.
trying to show off a bit. She's trying to be like, look, I mean,
Draw attention to yourself while you're wanted.
The line of like doing your hair and dressing up to go to the mall. Like you don't even.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like my whole look. I have
there
like
to
my,
walk
Yeah.
in the
my
mall.
croc stuff. I have like the piece of what is it?
Yeah, the piece
Come
of
on,
frog,
You see
frost
her.
giant skin.
You see her in the mall, and you're like,
Frost
"This didn't just
giant.
come about by
no,
mere
no.
happenstance.
This was intentional.
No,
This was a whole.
She didn't wake up this way.
calculation.
This was
No.
this was orchestrated. Okay, well,
Yeah.
okay. So Dagmara, you lead them out of this residential area. You say goodbye to the guards. You cross the bridge. You go into the section. You can see now the palace as you're kind of going, kind of roughly in the direction where the main gate was. And you're cutting through this section here. You go through a perfectly circular park that's in this section. It's lined with trees on the outside. You see various people enjoying the beautiful morning, sitting there with each other. You see kids like running around playing. It's a beautiful day. Sun is shining, birds flocking about. You keep you can actually make your way closer to the main gates. The only way to cross over the bridge to go around to the market section. So you pass that massive fort at the main gate, pass another bridge. You can see the palace on your left as you're kind of going in this section, and then there's this long, from the main gate almost to the center of town in front of the palace is this long run of like grass and this little kind of like river kind of waterwork in the middle with sculptures lined. I mean, it's all very kind of regal. And you pass over another bridge, you're in another section, you go through another park, and then finally you hit the edge of the market. And you first see a very upscaled market. And it's literally guarded, and there are very few people in there, and as Dagmara, as you see everybody kind of looking in there, you tell them this is the fair market. This is the like ultra rich kind of. This is like Rodeo Drive, basically. It's a lot of jewelry. It's a lot of really high level garments. It's restricted access. And Dagmara doesn't even turn, and it's actually to your left and your right. You cut right through the middle of it and pass another bridge into this market, and you see this whole section of the city. It just looks like this market goes off in every direction, and you hear the sounds of trade and even in this early morning, from all quarters, you see horses bringing goods and people already bartering. There are like food stands. There's all kinds of like buildings with different goods. And you are approaching from the south, so let me know what you're looking for and where you want to go.
I'll be turning right when I see the books please. Book.
I'm gonna try to find a leather worker.
Okay.
And I'm finding a whistle maker.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, whistle makers are us. Is just
Perfect.
around the bend.
Ah,
Erisette,
Yeah.
nice logo.
why don't you come with me?
Yes, sure. Yes, a bookshop.
We're
That's
gonna
very nice.
look at the books. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could try to find some educational books about intimacy.
Intimacy, great. I also think that, your tracking skills honestly are at a detriment because you're in a land that you've never been in before. So maybe we could try to learn a bit about like the nature.
Oh, that would be a good idea. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Tabitha, right ahead of you as you're saying that, you see a sign. It just says Giselle's. And as you get closer, you see that there are definitely like stacks of books inside. And there's a sign. It's not on the street. It's inside. And it says Giselle's Novel Items.
Novel items. Okay, let's go inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I am keeping my head up. I'm definitely keeping my eye out, but I'm getting a vibe like right now, like
Not
Yeah,
the time to
the
look for the
different kind-
Kama Sutra sort of thing.
no. I mean, I feel like I'm keeping my wits about me, but I'm very interested in to go into this store.
I see. Okay. All right. Well, I'm assuming you're all
Is
kind
it
of...
like the Pompeii, where everyone just like, there was a kind of like a certain human body part was an idol for the city. There are little statues like that.
No dick statues or anything there, but
Oh, you mean like the Japanese festival, the worship of the penis? Yeah, no.
What is that?
Yeah,
There it is.
they do. They have a.
So it's not that kind of store.
so anyway, you walk
penis
into a
festival.
bookstore.
I want
It's
to
a-
find the penis store.
It's a lot. Okay,
Is
you
there
keep an
a-
eye
is
out for
there
that penis store.
A penis walks into a bookstore.
I look all day long, and I'm so disappointed by the.
Jeez.
I'm just
Penis
Flaccid-
walks into a
flaccid search.
bookstore.
All right. All right. So.
Okay, is there someone working at the bookstore?
You do see, and there are people already. It's like the market's starting to fill up, even though it's pretty early. But there's nobody in the bookstore except you see somebody who's kind of hunched over in the back, like stacking. It looks like stacking books or something. Oops.
Hello?
Uh-oh. What just happened? Did we lose? We lost Otto.
Chad?
Urinate.
That was weird. I don't know what happened.
I mean, there was an extremely loud vehicle outside.
All I know is we said penis and you were gone.
And you were gone. All right.
That's right. I told myself if they say penis one more time,
That's
I'm
it.
out of here.
I'm
No, I don't know what
done.
happened. Sorry about
But
that.
that's all right. I gotta let me do the little like switch everybody around business.
Okay.
Dude, I'm
But you all do your thing.
Okay, so I lean over to the guy who's hunched over and I'm like, hello, sorry, excuse me, but we're actually looking for 3 things today. We're looking for a book about unusual animals, or maybe just usual animals in the necroly. And then we're also looking for a book about the nature and landscape in a necroly. And then we're also looking for something that Eric.
Excuse me. Actually, I think it was only 2 books. Pretty sure.
Well,
Like,
very interesting customers for such an early morning. Well, I love people that are coming looking for books. I have all the books that you could need. So let's look around. Which one do you want first? I have everything that you probably have just mentioned that I have listened to whilst fixing people's pictures in this magical Zoom thing.
Okay, so for the first one is unusual beasts, or just
Beasts.
maybe normal beasts.
Beasts, I have multiple books. Come over here, please.
Okay.
Please. Now, I have an extensive collection of beasts. I have them separated by region. And then I have some overview. What specifically are you looking for? I'll help you.
I think we should do let's do overview because I have to carry this and I'm quite small.
I'll help you, Tabitha.
No problem. What type of information are you looking to ascertain?
Just like what the beasts we can expect to be are in these areas? We're looking to do a bit of adventuring and like a safari.
I have
And,
just the book for you.
Okay.
Just the book. And he goes down and he's kind of looking. Here it is. And he pulls out. It's not a huge volume. Like the spine's a couple inches. And he pulls it out, and it's this beautiful green leather. You look around, the books they're all well bound here. There's like a lot of work has gone into these books. They're not like crappy, like shitty books you're gonna find somewhere else. But anyway, he takes out this book and it's beautiful. There's no title on it, but it's this beautiful green leather, and he opens it up. Now, this is a fantastic book. There are a few beasts in here that are no longer in Anacri because of the departing, but the vast majority, and it gives you a breakdown by region. And he opens it up, and it's not as many as some of my more specific books, but it will do pretty well.
Okay, and when he opens up to a specific page, what do I see on this page? Because I'm going to see if that is going to be specific enough for us.
Okay, no, he's flipping through, and it's basically like a creature per page, and you see hand illustrations of different. You see something that looks like a large bird on two legs that looks like, and it actually has a rider, a person drawn on top. Looks kind of like a large chicken, really, but wingless. Okay,
great.
Two large.
I'm sold.
Yeah. Okay.
Great. We'll be getting this. Okay. The next book we're looking for. Thank you so much.
No problem.
The next book is we want to know a little bit more about the animals and landscape and plants and ecosystem in general of Anacroli. So.
Absolutely, the flora. Yes, other side of the. Follow me, everyone over here. Books are people who want books. You're my favorite people today. Now. Let's see. That's a bit tougher, I think.
And I take a step back and I kind of like push Erisette forward because I know that she is a ranger and would know what information would help herself.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Anything about the terrain?
Terrain. I was looking for more like garden cultivation, but if you're looking for more, you did say adventuring. Yes, adventuring.
Yes, I like to hunt for sport.
But that changes it completely. Over here. No, I've got just a book. And he like ushers you down, and he pulls up one of these like rickety ladders, and he kind of goes up, and you hear it kind of does not sound like it's gonna hold his weight, and it's starting to bend inward, but he doesn't seem to care, and he's like yes, and then he slides down it, and he's got this one actually looks a little more rustic than the rest of the books. It's a brown leather cover. It almost looks dirty, but you can tell it's just aged a bit. And he kind of like smooths it out, but there's no dust on there. And he holds it out. Now this, and he opens it up, and you can see there are like detailed bits of maps of Anacroli. Not really maps, but more like regional things. Like, and you flip through, you see a bit of the shard spire go by where Merrick was, and then you can see a description of the rock. There are some animals in here as well, mostly predatory things that you'd have to be on the lookout. There's some plants listed here, also predatory in nature. You can see there's some illustrations of some people being vines coming out of a plant, like pulling this person in, and seeing like teeth inside the main bulb of this plant. So lots of different things. Now, for a tracker, ranger, that sort of scout, this book is ideal. Now this, I will say, is one of my more expensive books, only because it contains so much knowledge. Prices
How much
here.
is it?
This one's 20 gold. The other one is only 4
I'll buy
gold.
it for you. And I'm giving a link to Erisette because I know that she dropped 80 gold on my gambling.
Well, you are my favorite people today. What else? What other books can I get you?
Just one more book, and I'm going to let her handle that.
Okay, what can I get you?
Do you have any books about relationships?
Relationships.
Relations.
Relations like
Copulating.
No,
What sort of relations?
Intimacy.
Intimacy.
How to.
And then I'm just like, doing like a crude hump thing behind her.
How to make the most of your reverie or something along those
And he's
lines.
like, and he's even blushing a bit. We're right back this way. And he leads you to
He's got one of those sections.
He's got one of those sections. Back dark corner.
Wow.
And he kind of just leads you, Erisette. Now, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. What exactly are we looking for? The preference, race? What are we? Elven or anything? Half orc?
No. Just very mainly Elven.
Elven? Straight Elven? You could do that.
I'm curious about the half orcs. Set that aside for me.
The half orcs. Oh, yeah, you can see that, yeah. Don't worry about them.
You see, I have a young niece who's coming of age, and she's in that phase of her life where she needs to learn just very simple things.
Say no more, my dear. Say no more. It's obviously for you. Let's see what we can find. And he turns. He's like, okay.
Deception check failed.
Yeah, on a level.
Deception check.
I mean, how crazy? Are we talking beginner, or do you want something
He's
a
a
little?
mental ill and she's a beginner. I like shout.
Beginner.
They have really good hearing. Mentaleo. Well, that's. Well, and you kind of get serious for a moment. Mentaleos do it a bit. They have a different thing.
Yes,
I think I've got a book about it. Hold on. Let me see. That's in a different section, actually.
A different section.
I'll be right back. And he goes into the back, and you hear some rummaging around back there, and you hear your friends snickering and giggling behind you. He comes out after a moment. I thought I had one, but I don't have anything on the Mendeleo. I do know that they say it's a bit different, but they're pretty rare. So I don't know. Maybe check Carthen for that. But a normal elven thing that I have.
I'll take it.
Okay. That's also a bit expensive.
It's okay. I don't care. It's okay. I'll take it. Thank you. That's good. Thank you.
Okay, 40 gold for that.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Shit, I should have said
Okay,
60.
so we would like to buy the two.
Just one last book.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Do you have a sort of comprehensive history of Anacoli? It's rulers, it's wars, it's something that if someone wanted to know everything that had transpired in these lands over time, a nice collection of history. Do you have anything like that?
Oh, where are you from?
Well, just around Merrig, you see, where I haven't had a chance to learn everything that I want about the lands beyond.
Well, you must be quite secluded up there, my friend. Information of that sort is not allowed to the populace.
You can't learn the history of your lands?
Such information is protected. You'll have to go to one of the official kingdom depositories for that sort of thing.
Oh.
But if you'd like something else, I have some fabled stories of some of the old civilizations.
So how much of recent history do you know, and then where does it get fuzzy for you?
Well, I mean, You know, I am but a humble book servant. I sell my books. The whole land zapped away.
You do all of this under the auspices of the king.
We are in the kingdom.
And who was king before him?
Another king. I mean,
Right, and then before that was another king, but then eventually someone's kept some information from you, haven't they?
I suppose I haven't really cared, but
It's never dawned on you, all these tomes of knowledge around you.
And I'm trying to I'm like pulling out my money to try to wrap this up while this guy is interrogating him.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have added so much more to this total if you'd only had a simple book of legends and myths and histories. How dare!
We are not allowed. I do not want to get in trouble with the kingdom.
You should
Information
know.
is
Thank you.
protected.
You should know,
Walking out.
any time your knowledge is being suppressed.
Oh, okay, thank you very much. We truly appreciate.
Thank
We'll come
you.
back
Thank you.
soon.
Thank you for
Anyway.
coming. Thank you for coming.
Just think about it is all. The
Thank
wool's
you.
being pulled over your eyes.
I pulled him out.
Well, I would think about it, but I don't, want to get in trouble. But thank you very
Yes,
much,
yes.
and I think you should perhaps not ask as loudly either. Good day to you. Good day, my favorite customers of the day.
Good day, good day. And as we
much did we
exit
spend,
through
Judge?
the door,
That was 40, 60, 64.
64 total, and I know that 40 was for the sex book, and I bought the other.
40 for the sex book. It must be illustrated. All right. When we get outside, I'm just
It
like,
is.
think of it. Think of it. I mean, Dagmara, hasn't that ever occurred to you that you don't even know the history of your lands, that this knowledge has been kept from you by your people? That really makes me think that your rulership is rather dubious.
Yeah, I suppose that's a good question, Otto. All we were told is that the lands are securely protected. Clearly, that's not the case.
Right,
And,
so that's one lie we know for sure.
well, yes, but we never dared question it, or more so didn't want to, because we knew that if we did, and those who did, usually was sent to places where they would learn what, I suppose, someone who questions things too much would do. I'm not trying to say this was a very dictatorial way of doing things, but I just think that they didn't know what it is exactly was going on, because ever since Anacrally, at least from what I know, and it's been quite a long time, but Anacrally changed a lot. So I believe
You
they
mean
didn't
with
want to
the
put out
departing?
any. Yes,
That was
They-
a huge turning point in the history.
that
of
was
this world,
the
departing.
turn. Yes, with the departing, they didn't want to assume what was
So-
around.
All that we know about the departing is that the gods and their connection to the mortals that inhabit this plane has been rather severed. But I wonder, who's to blame? Do you believe that it is all your fault that the gods have gone silent, or is it their fault? Or perhaps is it all just a terrible misunderstanding of celestial consequence?
Well, I've really come to believe that some of the gods are definitely asleep.
Not
I-
all of them, I'm afraid.
Yes, which is a sign that others are hopefully waking up as well. And that's something that the temple that I was a part of, the Lycia temple, was quite afraid to look into. And that is one of my grievances with it. Yes, Otto, absolutely. We did not explore this matter as much as we should have. And that is why, aside from many other reasons, I decided to leave it. It was not enough, simply not enough knowledge. This city is beautiful and it's so well governed, but it's its own city. It's its own entity. And they are not concerned with the business of Anacrally, I'm afraid. Not enough. And I'm not so sure why they decided to shield us from it. Well, yes.
Well, it can't be for any good reason, and, well, if no one else wants to try and unravel the history that inevitably shapes such a land, then, well, perhaps I'll take it upon myself. And we are exploring old lands and ruins, after all. It's about damn time that someone started chronicling what goes on here.
If anything,
And
I think they will be grateful to you.
Yeah, I proudly start, like, writing page 1 of my Anacrolean history magnum opus. And,
Just one thing, Otto, just one thing. Some of the things that they did not want to disclose to us were the things that we found when we were in the swamps. So that
What do you
is
mean?
something.
Yes, why are you so apprehensive about these swamps? Did I miss something after I had consumed a bottle of 5?
I suppose, yes, that...
For her to talk about.
Let's just say it's a place filled with not very good presences. The evil there is exasperated to a level that I personally have not seen before, and I'm not so sure either of us have. And we'll find out how bad it has gotten once we get there. But
And Judd, I'm
but that-
immediately flipping to like the swamp pages of my book.
Do you mean
the index,
do you mean
and
the
I'm like,
necromancers? Do you mean the necromancers, or do you mean some other sort of evil?
I go to him and I say, Otto, if I'm not mistaken, that's where she killed her mother because she got possessed by something demonish or something, whatever's wrong with her.
And I'm like keeping my voice down to like a stage whisper, and I'm like, I can't be expected to keep track of all the times that she's been possessed by something.
I think that's where it happened originally, and that's why she's got this thing.
Yes. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. They try to keep people like me away from the rest of Asley so that they don't know what is going on with the evil of the world so they can continue with their happy lives. But people like my father are the ones that went out and explored and wanted to help, and he decided not to conduct his business only in Asley. And he was one of the few people that has, I believe, some notes, which I guess we should have asked them when we were there, some notes on what is to be seen around Asley and what is it that happens. But I just think that
Dagmara,
hear this. People are so happy.
Let's go.
It's just
I'll-
right down that way.
I'm going to poke my head in the bookstore and just say, are we ready to go here?
Yes.
We're done.
Yes, we're I imagine we're with
stepping
Carrie
like right
now.
outside.
Yeah. I'd say you're all kind of having this conversation as you move outside.
Yeah.
And the more people are bustling around, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm just saying,
What were you talking
My last
about?
words-
What took you guys so long in there?
well, we're saying that we might be the new historians of Asley since
Not the new,
And-
the solitary.
Anacrally. I'm sorry, the historians of Anacrally, because Sybil, you know this. I don't know how much your people know about what happened, but Asley has been kept in a blissful
Dagmara,
bubble.
you should know not to speak. Don't get them started on stuff like that. You know how much knowledge is protected. I thought I spoke to you guys along in Merrig or something like that. What were you asking in there?
Well, you have to understand, Sybil, in the lands that we hail from, the histories are well documented that talk to us.
I
and
know,
they're
I-
celebrated. So the
This is-
idea that no one
Okay,
wants
Otto, I got it. I should have said something. I didn't know you guys were going to ask for books about that. You're right. I've been to Faerun. Information, knowledge is wide open. Here, it's absolutely not. It's
that didn't ring
very-
any alarm bells
He
for
gave
you.
me a lot of information, and he was very, very forthcoming. I mean, he offered me a lot of information. I didn't
Of a
want
what?
it all, but he.
The history of Anacroli? What did you
No,
learn?
not the history. We also asked him about like some beast information.
Let's say her knowledge has been more anatomical.
All right, that's fine. I should have gone in with you. I just don't ask about the history. A lot of knowledge, skilled knowledge, is protected. Libraries are they are sanctuaries here, and only the elite, only certain people can access them.
Well, the elite? We'll say no more. Off to a library.
Right. Anyways, it could get you into a bit of trouble if you start poking around a little. It's not that it's nefarious, it's just education is different here than it is in Faerun. It's not as accessible, if you will. Not bad, but just you can ask me, but...
Let's just say that if we are to eventually meet with various rulers of this land, as we did in Ashley with Rigel and others,
yes,
shore up these alliances to fight the necromancers, then, you know, knowing this land's culture and its history, that would be a very important part of achieving this goal.
Right. And you should know some of it because you are technically supposed to be here and not from outside of Anacroli, because that'll cause quite a stir, as we've seen.
Well,
already.
haven't you heard? I'm just from outside of Merrick.
I was outside. I didn't hear it, but I know you came up with a good one, I'm sure, Otto.
And as you
I
guys
don't
are
know
having
what you're
this,
talking about. That's where I'm from.
this conversation, a couple of Crown's Guard just kind of pass by you closely, kind of give you a nod as they're just doing the rounds through the market. And Tabitha, you watch them go, and then you notice a figure watching you, a little bit different than last night. There's a halfling in the shadows. You missed him at first because he's very well positioned between these buildings. And you catch his eye, and he looks at you, and his hands move in this way, and you realize he's speaking thieves' cant to you.
Oh, but I'm so rusty.
And
but
yeah,
okay, I'm gonna try.
And you're like, and you see, basically, got any gold? I got a couple things. And he's kind of looking around, and he's like at first look, he's like a really handsome halfling. He's kind of like dark-haired, chiseled features, but when you look more closely, he's got that kind of edge to him, that, you know, that kind of slightly dangerous and slightly kind of disturbing, that kind of pulls away from his features a bit. But he's just kind of looking around.
Hotter. I don't know, like you're describing. I mean, like that could make him more attractive.
I mean, it depends. It depends on where you're
All right,
at.
I would like to scan and see if there's anyone else scanning, like watching us.
Yeah, just
Because
roll a perception check and see if anybody. You're doing the kind of. Are you thieves canting to me?
18.
And meanwhile, I wanted to go to that whistle maker, possibly.
Yeah, I want to visit that leather worker too.
Hopefully nearby.
23.
Yeah, so you do a quick look around, and you don't see anybody else. Even your own group hasn't seemed to notice this person. You just happen to perceive him over in the shadows, and it looks like nobody else. He's not talking to anybody else but you, and nobody else seems to be noticing.
Okay, I turn to my group and I say, I will meet you at the leather workers in a short while. And I go over to the guy.
Okay, and the rest of you, there's a leather worker. You see, like, about 4 buildings down on your left, Seville.
All right.
There are pieces of leather armor out front and some scabbards and some other things down there. So you all make your way off.
Any like assless chaps or anything?
You're gonna have to go in the store and see what you can get there, Otto. And as
Cut it out.
I assume she's gonna go flirt, like, because the way she seems to go for like the bad boy, like she went for that prince character that did all the drugs and everything. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not the only one with a crush, and I'm just keeping an eye on her and like thinking I can give her some shit. But I am keeping an eye out of a corner of my eye out on her, just as we give her some.
Yeah, but if you stay with the group, in a couple moments, because he's like in this, like almost like in an alleyway, and she makes her way, she'll kind of disappear unless you're gonna really track her.
I kind of don't want to 100% leave her alone, because like last time she also really went off with that guy, and it wasn't great. So I'm acting like I'm giving her total space, but I'm not interested in leather. I'm keeping my eye out.
All right, so Tabitha, you make your way over to him, and you get close, and he's like, "Hey,
Oh,
hey." So, what you looking for?
I'm not looking for anything. I thought you were looking for my services for something.
No, I mean I've
To
got
pay me gold? I thought
No.
that's what you were trying to communicate.
No, maybe I misread. You know, I've got some stuff I'm selling. If you need anything.
Oh, what are you selling? I'll take a look.
Yeah. Okay. So you've got some gold, yeah?
Yes, I have some gold.
Okay. All right.
What do
all
you
right.
have? Obviously, I'm trying to shop from you now. I thought you're not very
Okay.
clear with your communication.
I got some stuff.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
ease it down. So what do you got? I got a couple of healing potions.
Oh, okay. And what else?
All right. Well, you look like I see you got some weapons on you. I got something special. And he reaches behind and he pulls out this dagger. Now, don't be flashing this about, yeah? But I got this from somebody. It's got some special properties. If you take it out at night, it's something of some kind of moon ability, and it does extra damage. I hear it's pretty cool.
All right. How much is it?
100 gold.
80 gold.
90 it's yours.
85 gold. And that's my final offer, or I'm walking. And
All right, I'm just trying to eat here, but yeah, okay. But keep it out of sight, okay?
Okay, so I fork over 85 gold. I
Okay.
give him a little wink as I'm leaving.
All right. Wait, we go. I mean, is that it? You're just gonna take my dagger and go?
Well, what else do you have to offer?
Information.
Oh. All right, well, Mama's interested. What
Okay.
else do you have to say?
All right. Well, I got a tip. Now, it's 20 gold just to hear the beginning of this. So it's a bit of a gamble. See
Okay.
how
So
cool you are.
15 gold just to hear the beginning of it.
I see. I'm starting to like you. All right, give me 15. I'll take you 15.
Okay, so I will spend 85 on the dagger plus 15 for the information.
So, there's a woman. I mean, woman. She's elf, half elf, I don't know. One of the big folk, and she's a merchant in here, but it's all bullshit. Yeah, she's
It's a front. Okay.
she's
got
with
it.
the Arcara.
Arcara.
Yeah, and and she, I know, has got the bead on some kind of special weapon, some kind of special rapier. Everybody's talking about it down below. Something magical. You can find
Okay.
her. She's on the other side, past the lake. Look for a blue tent. And she's got a bunch of bullshit out front, like glass knickknacks stuff. You know, you've seen it. You know the
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
with
yeah.
plants in it as you walk by, and it's got like glass with plants in it. Every time I walk by it, I'm like, this is either
Potted
the most
plants?
brilliant thing or it's just total bullshit. Yeah,
Yeah,
glass with.
potted plants. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, but small ones, you know. It's like, what the fuck? Anyway, I don't know.
Miniature potted plants. Okay.
Yeah, anyway, I
okay,
gotta go.
yep,
I gotta
yep,
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so
yeah,
much.
Yeah. And he just like goes down this alley and is gone.
Okay. I just spent 100 gold for that.
That works.
Me out.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, and I scurry back to the group. I'm sure I bump into Ariset as we
Yeah,
head back
Ariset's
to
been on the other
Water.
side, like doing one of these, like, you know, I'm trying to look nonchalant,
Yeah.
but safe.
What
Yeah.
did you give him? I saw you give him something. What were you doing?
Oh, I bought something great. I can't wait to show you.
Oh, I thought you were flirting.
No, but maybe a bit. Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, you're hardly the expert on flirting, are you?
She hasn't read a
Oh.
book yet.
Yeah, you're not there.
Yes, well, give it time. Give it time. I'm told you won't just have to read, but you can sort of look at the pictures.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please, Otto, please don't mention anything about that book, okay?
Oh, are you kidding? My lips are sealed.
Like tightly sealed, right?
Oh, yes. That's the only way I seal. Nice and tight-lipped.
Yeah. Like sewn shut with needle.
Now that's pushing it. That sounds painful.
Erset, as you're literally doing that, you see a figure steps out. Seville, you're there talking to the Leatherworks owner, and Dagmara is next to you. Otto, you guys are about 10, 15 feet away, walking over, but you see this figure step out, and same super dark cloak. Looks like the same person from last night. You also notice that street's a little bit emptier than it had been almost the entire time.
Is there like a tumbleweed tumbling past?
Very close to that. You look behind.
Okay.
You look behind, and there's another person steps out in these robes. And Seville, you don't see this yet from your perspective, but you see one of them pulls up their sleeve, and you see all these carvings into their skin. And pulls back their hood a little bit, and you see their eyes start to burn red. And he just pulls something out
It's like
of
that guy
his
from
pocket.
Star Wars with the double thing.
It's very similar to that dude, except no horns.
Oh no.
And you see, and he just his hand he's doing something with his hand. And
So
as he
I don't see
spools,
this?
you're talking. It's all in the back. Sorry, buddy.
I see it.
Yeah, you guys, the three of you, Tabitha, Otto, and Erset, unless you say anything.
Yes, I do.
You see his hand kind of curve over like this, and you see this bubble of fire just appear.
Look out! And I
he's
shoot a spell at it.
And you just see this this ball of fire coming at you guys.
I run and I dive.
And I just want to say,
dragging to the sound.
just as I see the ball of fire forming in his hands, I shoot a spell out, and I want our spells to Dragon Ball Z against each other.
That would be dope, but that's not gonna happen. But as this ball of fire is getting close to you, we're gonna end it there tonight, everyone. We'll see what happens in the pocket place next time.
Holy cliffhanger, Batman!
I need to get my
Holy
whistle,
cow.
so those people better get away.
You better kill them. So you
kill him
get,
because I want to go to the damn leather worker.
I wish you would have had your. I wish you would have had your whistle. That way, right as all this trouble's breaking out, you could have been like.
Assemble, whatever the star team name is. Blank assemble.
Can y'all spend some time and come up with a fucking name at this point? I mean, come on.
Hey, I
proposed.
We were close. I know we were close.
First of all,
last
session,
episode. Yeah.
We're in that.
last session, I believe we hit a name that I
Them?
really liked and was like, is that our name? I'm trying to look and see if it was mentioned in the Discord. But I can't remember what it was now.
The fated? The fated?
The fated.
Fated adventurers.
The Fated.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It's more
with the
like
fated.
it, huh?
Yeah. Well, as we discussed that, you all, thank you everybody who joined us tonight. Again, crazy time. I know a lot of people are super stressed out of their minds dealing with the outcome of all this. I know and several of us have not slept well this week. It's been a shit show of a week. But keep the faith that we will all get through this, no matter what side you're on, and hopefully we will all do better as a country together, because we would do better together. So we love all of you out there, and we will see you, I guess we'll see you next Wednesday for Numenera, and we'll see you, I guess, next Friday. We are trying out different nights, so we'll make sure to let you all know if we're going to air at a different time. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there. We love you, and we'll see you next time.
See y'all next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.